It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, baby. Hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Starting off a brand new week. Lovely little Monday and Virginia's birthday.
Oh, yes. A Monday birthday.
That's exciting, huh?
It's hard to turn up on a Monday.
Yeah, it is. Well, you just got to spend off all that stuff over the weekend, which I think you probably did. I know on Saturday you got to go on early with a little plant bingo.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. Packed in that Moose Lodge.
The moose was packed.
Yeah, it was.
The moose was loose?
Yes, It was. It was fun. We had a bunch of KVJ Nationers sign up to be Moose members, too.
Nice.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to tell you,
awesome.
the place kind of sells itself.
It does.
It really does. When you get your bar tab and you realize you've been drinking all afternoon and your tab is like $18, you're like, what?
Yeah.
I thought the first time I went there, I thought they made a huge mistake. Are you guys sure? I drank, I think, like $800 worth of liquor.
Yeah, well, I was talking to somebody and they came up, they're like, oh, so how much is the membership here? They're like, oh, it's 60. I'm like, damn, it's 60,000? They're like, no, $60.
60,000.
I mean, I'm used to all these clubs, I'm like, they're a ridiculous price. I'm like, okay, that makes sense now. It's $60,000. Like, no, $60. I'm like, $60? I'm like, what is that, like per month or what? Like, no, it's for the year. I'm like, wow, okay. So I don't know. It's just, that's quite a throwback.
It is a
unreal
throwback
compared to your other clubs here in South Florida.
It's a little bit more rough around the edges than some of your country clubs.
It's true, yeah. Like, whoa, $60K.
And how do you feel if you get declined by them? If you should sign up and they're like, nah, you're just not our type.
I think the only way you could get declined is if they find out you're like a criminal, because they don't put up with that.
Okay.
The Moose does not put up with people that have certain types of charges.
Maybe that's why the snack pack didn't last that long there.
No, this is not the kind of charges the snack pack has.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of great KVJ Nationers out there, and it was really cool. I mean, it's awesome to see an event like that where there's so many people that come out for KVJ Nation, because you're just really reminded of what a family it is, how many familiar, friendly faces that there were, and how many friendships have been born out of the people that just hang out together, and how they all kind of click. And it's always nice to always meet new KVJ Nationers as well that are coming into the fold. We had a lot of that out there on Saturday as well.
A lot of new, fun, young girls. I was like, yes.
Yes,
I
right.
love this. We need to add new
nice.
young girls to the fold.
So we're all the
nice.
guys at the Moose. Yes.
Yeah, this is great. Oh, my God. The funniest part was there's this one old guy. Remember how I told you the old guy I was sitting next to at the Moose and he couldn't hear that well?
Yeah.
And he kept asking me, what'd they call? 48? I was like, no, 38. He kept coming up to Rocco, telling Rocco he was doing the Moose bingo calling wrong. And Rocco's like, no, I'm not, old man.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That always takes one, right?
That's all it
funny.
takes. Just one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was lovely. One of the people we got to see out there at Plant Bingo was Janelle. She was there, had a great Civil Society shirt on. Got some photos with the Queen, myself, and Virginia right there.
She was taking pictures of Kevin because she was like, look, it's Kevin Ralston in the wild, and he's double fisting.
Yes. Yeah.
So she's got pictures of Kevin double fisting,
Yeah.
and then she went out with her friends, and she was double fisting too and trying to recreate the Kevin Ralston photos.
Yeah, she went a little harder than me. She went sake. I had Coronas. Thank you very much to Lynn. Got me the Corona, so I had two in one time. So, yeah, everybody was taking good
Lynn
care
was
of me.
out there.
Yes.
Joe was out there. Paul.
Yeah.
You had Parrish.
Mm-hmm.
You had her whole family.
So made a name.
So Tina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody was showing up.
And they raised a lot of good money for
Yes.
Maddie's Fight Foundation.
So we had so much money from bingo, we did a round of the moose races and raised a bunch there as well. The 50-50, like everything combined together, $3,125 in basically 2 hours.
Nice.
That is really cool.
And Maddie's Fight Foundation was so happy. I took the money up to them at Clover Park.
Okay.
Because the game was dedicated to Maddie's Fight Foundation. The Mets game was. So we went up there and handed them the envelope, and they thought it was going to be like 800 or 1,000. Like,
Yeah.
nope, it's 3,125.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
They were blown away, and they were so thankful. They wanted me to tell everybody in KVJ Nation, thank you.
So you had a busy Saturday. So it was playing bingo, then you're running up to games and deep throat and hot dogs and all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Did you see the sexy video Virginia made eating that hot dog?
Kev, who didn't? Everyone's been talking about it.
How many times did you watch it?
At least 35. It was so hot. You know me. I love seeing you eat a hot dog.
I caught myself making faces while I was watching. I was like, well, we need a reaction video of all the guys on KVJ watching this hot dog video. That's what we needed. Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. It is up on Instagram.
Look, it's doing numbers.
Yeah,
Hey.
and it's something right there. It's just a little bit. It's nice and slow-mo. And anybody who remembers the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that slow-mo song that they put in there, moving in stereo by the cars, has a different effect when it's Virginia eating a hot dog than Phoebe Cates getting out of a pool. But
Not as sexy as Phoebe, but
Yeah.
I mean,
you're-
right there nipping at her heels.
that was a rough one.
You're our Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Well, Jbird had a exciting sleep study that was going to be happening on Friday, where you go in and I guess they study your sleep and see how well you're doing. A little bit of a sleep test. Now, you were kind of waffling a bit on Friday because you're like, oh, it's Friday night. The most exciting thing I get to do this weekend is go into a room with strangers watching me sleep. So did you stick with the appointment or did you bail, Bird?
It's been rescheduled for August, Kevin.
Okay. You just couldn't bring yourself to do it on Friday, huh?
Dude, I've been in so many medical facilities the last, I don't know, 6 months it feels like.
Yeah.
You have been doctoring a lot.
I have been, and I honestly have been. I've been in such a great mood. I just wanted to kind of ride that for a minute,
Okay.
and just enjoy myself, and that's what I did.
Had a little fun.
I did, and
Okay.
it was the right move. They were very kind. They're awesome people, and they're like, "Not a problem, Bird. We'll see you in August."
Okay.
And I know some people are upset that I rescheduled it. I got some emails going, Bird, you can't mess with your health like that.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I can.
Yes, I can. It's my health.
It's my body.
I do whatever I want to do.
No, I've been working very hard on my own, off the grid, trying to work on my sleep, and I have made some adjustments that have made some progress for me.
What have you done that has caused the improvements, and how big are the improvements? What is your sleep like now?
I've been staying off the screen, any kind of phone or any
Yes.
kind. I don't watch anything heavy before bed. First of all,
Okay.
I turn off the screens and I deliberately make myself go into sleep mode.
Yes.
I'm trying to retrain my brain or bread to say, all right, Bird, your body's shutting down now. It's
Yeah.
time to call it a night. So I'm just doing extra things like that.
Yeah.
Turning off all the lights and just putting on the thunderstorm so it's not, an LED light shining on me.
That's all good stuff.
Yeah,
All of us
it
need
is.
to be doing that.
So I'm trying to do all the basic things I can do on my own, like no caffeine.
Right.
Especially, I'm even afraid to drink caffeine at noon because
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's going to affect my
They
sleep.
say it's 10 hours. So 10 hours, you could still have the effects of caffeine that could jack with your sleep before you go to bed. So you got to know whenever that is. I have kind of a hard stop. I know past a certain time, we ain't doing any more caffeine.
Yeah, and I've been trying to go to bed a lot earlier. So those
Yeah.
those have helped
They do.
on the
They do.
positive.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a cure-all,
Right.
but it has helped.
Look, if you can handle all the basic things that you can do, you still may come out at the end of it and say, I still need some additional help. But if you get in a good routine, try to go to bed the same time, do all those little things that they tell you to do, like what you're doing right now, it will, I think, probably get you as far as you can go on your own.
Respect the Sunday.
Yeah.
Do not go ham on a Sunday. Just
Right.
You got to make sure all that stuff affects your sleep.
If God needed a day of rest, then yeah.
You don't speak for me.
Yeah.
Well, you are the Terminator. I don't know how you keep going and going.
Well, see, God rests one day. Satan keeps going. He's 24/7, 365.
I mean, even last night at her meeting at 5:30, she's on the road doing activities and
I know,
things.
yeah.
And, I mean,
Devil gonna devil.
like, girl, are you tired?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
That's a good line. That's a cowboy line.
Wow. Well, you did say that you then just stayed home, did some stuff with your house on Friday, but there's something interesting that is going on. You've got a dog that's staying with you. Your girlfriend's dog Dakota's over there a good bit.
That dog pretty much lives there.
Okay.
I'm part ownership of this dog now.
Okay. And how's the dog settling in? Because, you know, you got a lot of trinkets, interesting things in your house. It takes a little while to acclimate, but probably the one thing that you got in your house that we believe is going on is spirits and ghosts.
Oh, no. Dogs don't usually like that.
Yeah.
They'll sometimes protect you from them.
Sure. So how does Dakota feel about what's going on? Has Dakota seen anything that's odd or reacted to anything in the house?
Sometimes she'll look at a corner and just stare at it.
Okay.
And then start to growl, and there's nothing there.
Okay.
So that's one thing.
That's probably a
Oh,
demon.
that's creepy.
And you're like, what are you looking at, Dakota? What's up, girl? And she will just, usually if you say her name, she looks at you and runs over and wants to get the scritches, but
Yeah.
she'll lock in and her tail goes straight out, her ears are up, and she's looking at something. And
Right.
there's no dogs barking outside,
Yeah.
but that could be anything. And then there is this one spot in my backyard where she runs up and she'll just stare at the ground and she won't do anything, but she's fixated on this one spot. It's just this patch of grass. And then she'll all of a sudden start to bark at it and growl at it. And then she'll start trying to dig and dig. And she's trying to dig a hole there.
Yeah.
And I have looked, I've dug myself, then I'll put it back. There's no bones. There's no skulls. There's, I don't know. I mean, the gas people have been out in my house, so there's no gas line. I don't know what it is, but there's something in this one spot. It's the same spot every time.
Yeah.
As if she knows there's something buried there.
Whoa.
Did you take the time to ask her?
She didn't answer.
Oh, okay.
I do talk to her a lot, especially when it's one-on-one.
She's like, oh, gosh, this guy won't shut up.
I do wonder that, because I did the same thing to my old dog Chewy. Rest in peace, old friend.
He talked me to death.
Well, I ran him in. Me and him were together during COVID, especially during the lockdown.
Oh, yeah, right.
So me and him had a lot of
Did
conversations.
your dog start drinking during COVID?
I think he started drugging,
His booze ain't strong enough.
but it really did. You start to talk to your dog as a human.
Yeah.
Like, so man, what's going on with you? I don't know. Today, we had a good show. What's up? How's your day going? You start to talk like
Yeah.
your friend, and that's why you get attached to them.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm just this dog Dakota reminds me a lot of my dog Chewy.
Aw.
Yeah.
A lot. The older Dakota gets, the more she's morphing into a Chewy. And you know me, I love a senior dog.
Yeah, you do. You like them old.
I do like them
You
all.
like to be able to talk them into death.
I
Yeah.
like to get really, really attached and then have them pass away.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
It's the worst part of pet ownership.
It is. I get them.
It is.
I get them in their sad years.
I know a lot of people are like going, I don't know if I want to get a puppy because I just can't deal with it when it passes in 13 years.
And you guys know how
Bird's only got 13 weeks.
you guys know how hard I took the Chewy death.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know
It was
that,
not
yeah.
good.
You're still taking it.
It's so. I mean, I built a shrine. I had an intervention with friends and family. Hey, man, it might be trying to let it go.
We got room for the Dakota Shrine when it's time.
I did. I'm building a memorial section in my backyard.
Okay.
For anyone that does pass, they get their face on a rock and by a fountain.
Is that the area of the yard where the dog is freaking out? The memorial area?
Not so much there. No.
Okay.
It's a little before that, though.
Interesting.
It is on that side of the yard.
I wonder if, like, the dog knows, okay, this is, like, for the dead people.
Well, I mean, I haven't told them that yet, or her that yet, but I'll have the conversation. I got to talk to you about something, Dakota. Are you sitting down?
Sit, girl.
Sit. Well, you know, we are getting close to going back to school when it's time to wrap up Camp KVJ, which that's exactly what it is time to do right now. This week, final week for Camp KVJ.
I remember one year my grandma sent me a book bag, and the book bag said, "School's great, but homework's the pits." And I remember just getting that book bag feeling like, school is here.
Yeah.
And I do hate homework. It is the pits.
It's like the Sunday Scaries, but it goes on for several weeks.
It does. It really is.
It's rough. It's rough. So we're going to send the kids off with a hot ticket, though. 4-pack of tickets, Rapids Water Park, and a $100 Visa gift card from Love the Palm Beaches. We got Jalen on here from North Palm Beach to play Denny's or Animal. Hello, Jalen.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. We're going to play a fun little game. Do you love animals, Jalen?
Yes.
Okay, what we're going to do here is I've got the sound of an animal, but you got to tell me, is it the real animal or is it our producer Denny's that is just making the noise? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is the first one I got for you. I got just a frog making froggy kind of noises. Do you think this is Denny's or Animal?
Ribbit. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Denny.
That's Denny's, yes.
That was quick.
Yeah, right away. Not fooling this kid. Jalen's all over it. Okay, we've got a deer making some noise here. What do you think about this? Is this Denny's or Animal, Jalen? That is a roe deer. Wow.
Sounds like he was playing a little keyboard as well.
It did, yeah.
Sounds like he's in a heavy metal band.
Very intense. Yeah, the roe deers.
Animal.
I think it'd be more of a scream band. It would probably be, yeah.
Sounds like they're playing
heavy metal, maybe.
Playing the intro of a heavy metal song.
Yeah. I'm going to. It's like it's
Death metal.
Yeah, that's how it goes next.
I love that.
I would have known there's some musical.
I love that for that deer.
Okay, Jalen, what do you think? We got Denny's or Animal on that?
It's weird, but it might be Animal.
It is weird. You're right. That is correct.
It makes me
is
feel
weird.
funny, Kevin.
I know, me too. Yeah. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Who's ready to rock?
All right, final one we got for you, Jalen. We've got a billy goat that is eating trash. Is this Denny's or Animal?
Denny.
Yes, you're right. That is Denny's.
Good job.
Not a
You
real
were
billy goat.
on it so fast.
Yes, no doubt. All right, well, you're on your way to Rapids Water Park. You ever been there before, Jalen?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Dancing, sorry.
Well, that's great. Well, you have a great time, Jalen, and a $100 Visa gift card from Love the Palm Beaches to get all kinds of good stuff at the concession stand. Okay, bud?
Okay.
Thank you.
We love you, KVJ.
Well, the Odyssey is still a beast at the box office. I had talked to a couple people that were on their way to see it in week 2, and it did really well. Only dropped off 30% from its $123.5 million debut last week. It still had $87 million in its second North American weekend and doing really well. Now, I think people were seeing it in all kinds of different theaters. I guess you're supposed to, if you can, go see it in IMAX because that's how it was filmed and that's what makes sense to go see it. But it is doing great. It's done $286.4 million domestically, but about almost $640 million worldwide.
Dang.
So it is already in 2 weeks creeping up to the $1 billion mark.
Oh, that means there's going to be the most expensive Lego set built for people to buy now because it's so successful.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good and how much money that's making. I'm sure they're going to do all kinds of stuff off of that Odyssey.
Toys, all kind of stuff.
Oh, it's just going to be insane. Absolutely. Now, the one question I was looking for was the movie that had the Alan Ritchson, I guess is his name. I think he's the guy that plays Reacher. And he kind of went off right there, right before Alan Ritchson is his name. He went off right before he had his new movie that was coming out.
Oh, the timing, dude.
I'm telling you, it's the podcast curse, especially if there's booze involved. And I'm not saying that there was, but a lot of these podcasts have a stock bar. It's more than a 10-minute interview. You're sitting down, and you almost forget you're on a microphone. They just start to talk and stuff starts to come out.
There's going to be a switch very soon. You can bet your sweet fanny that these producers and the people that backed these movies financially are going to have to put gag orders on the stars of the film that they are not allowed to talk about anything but the movie.
Yeah, I think I would do that.
I would. No one cares about your politics. Either side. No one cares who you voted for. We want you to act and shut up. And as soon as you start talking trash about one of the political sides, you alienate half the people that could pay to see the movie.
Well, I was talking to one of my buddies and I said, "Were award shows always so political?" Because I remember every now and then someone would get on the microphone and say something, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. Or was I just too little to notice? Has it
Soy bomb.
Has it always been this way?
It hasn't been as prevalent, I think. And now there's so many of them, and they're always talking, and it's right before the movie comes out. And then if the movie doesn't do well, that's why.
Mm-hmm. Some people sound like they're mad when they win the award. Like,
Yeah.
You're like, dog, you just won.
Well, Alan Richson, his movie Motor City, I don't know if his comments affected the over box office total, but it finished in 9th place with $1.6 million. I would imagine that's not a big take.
1.6?
1.6 million.
That's not a good take.
Pretty bad opening.
Yeah. I don't know what they were expecting, but I mean, at that point, why do you make a movie? $1.6 million?
Well, if you're the director, the writer, and the producer, just blame it on the guy. See, he was talking about politics. It's his fault.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're like going, this movie's going to suck either way, so say whatever you want.
Maybe they're glad he said something.
Maybe at least it cut through and it got us something. Actually, maybe it helped. I don't know.
They found a fall guy.
Wow, that's depressing. The other things at the box office over the weekend, Disney's Moana and Toy Story 5 captured 2nd and 3rd place with 10.5 and 10 million respectively. Toy Story 5 has now surpassed the $1 billion global mark.
Wow.
And is the year's top grossing release so far. We'll see what the Odyssey has to say about that by the time it's done. But Minions and Monsters also brought in 9.6 million to go into 4th place over the weekend.
It's tough to take some of those kid movies down, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is kind of tough. Those kids' movies do very well. That's why they put so much money into them. It makes sense. I mean, it really seems like it's these epic tales, superhero movies, and kids' flicks.
You're
that is
right.
for the most part. Those are the things that really crush it. I'm not saying that you don't come out with other movies, because you do, but they don't seem to crush it the way those 3 categories of movies do at the box office.
And then your third genre, surprisingly, is probably a really good horror movie.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, they do very well. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, you can bank on those as well. They say the Odyssey has faced widespread piracy on social media. There's a low-quality version that appeared on X, gaining nearly 50,000 views before removal within 2 hours. And then a higher quality copy also circulated, amassing millions of views before using taken down and the account suspended. They have activated takedown protocols because apparently a lot of people were trying to throw this movie out there any way you can just to see it. So
You could probably go in there with the meta glasses, right? Like, who's going to know?
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. See, I don't know how they're stopping those things yet.
Yeah, that'll be sweet quality to watch back. Who wants to watch it like that?
I know some people would. It seems like it's the exact, different, the opposite of what you should be doing.
Some people just want to save that money and not give it to the man.
I guess. But, to me, that's the only reason I would go see it is the IMAX. I think I'm going to wait because the draw of seeing it on IMAX is not powerful enough for me. And the only thing I can't understand either is how many IMAX theaters are equipped to show it the right way. Because I did see an article that said that the Odyssey really only has one IMAX theater with the 70 millimeter screening to go see it, and that's the AutoNation IMAX theater at the Museum of Discovery and Science in Fort Lauderdale. They say it's the only theater in Florida and one of just 26 in the U.S. capable of showing the film in its full IMAX 70 millimeter format.
Oh. Oh, so we got like low budge IMAX?
I guess when you go to other IMAXs, it's still IMAX, but it's not exactly how it was intended. So if you want to see the picture exactly the way it was made to be shown, the only place we have to see it is in Fort Lauderdale.
All right, this is some trickery dickory doc. Y'all
Yeah.
told me that we had an IMAX here at downtown at the Gardens and then one in Delray. IMAX, get your act together. If it's not real IMAX, stop saying it is.
You read it wrong. It's called Limax.
I saw it on the damn website, clear as day, IMAX, and click here for tickets. If it's not really full IMAX, you got to disclose that to people, you little slipperies.
Well, I don't know if people, and until I saw that article, I didn't even realize there were different varieties of IMAX.
I didn't either, because you know what? They don't tell us.
Yeah, and I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's like, oh, no, I'm going to go see an IMAX. I'm like, are you going to the Fort Lauderdale one? He's like, no, they got IMAX here. I was like, I don't know, man. I thought I saw it was the only. So that's what it is,
Slippery.
70 millimeter, whatever that means.
Maybe it's like the full curved big screen.
I guess. If anybody knows the difference, let me know. But apparently, no other IMAX theater in South Florida is equipped.
And does your average person know the difference? Because like, you're saying your buddy goes,
I
I'm going
don't
to see
think so.
IMAX.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that you're supposed to go to the one in Fort
I
Lauderdale.
don't think you would know unless you saw both of them. And it would be interesting if somebody did go see it there,
Compare.
and then you saw it in another IMAX. It's like you won't even notice, or is it like, yeah, it is kind of a big deal?
IMAX or Limax?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is it really that much of a difference? Am I going to go in there all the way to Fort Lauderdale and go, I'm so glad I went to Fort Lauderdale for this IMAX experience?
Nobody in here is going to do that work.
No.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what. People have to say, if you've seen it, 877-979-WRMF. Now, I did come across a movie that was on somewhere. I could watch it on TV, but I chose not to after just spending about 10 seconds watching the preview for Masters of the Universe.
Amazon Prime, it's on.
Is that what it was? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because it came by my screen, and I saw just a couple seconds. I'm like, ugh, I don't know, man. It looked a little rough.
What did you not, just out of curiosity, what about the trailer was it you did not like?
Just when I saw it, something about it looked hokey in 10 seconds, if that's possible. And I think it was just maybe the costumes and the way that it looked. I was like, I don't know. But maybe you could turn me around here because you saw it. Are you going to tell me how awesome it was and I need to give it a second chance?
Well, everyone kind of bashed it, at least in my circles, and then you talked about it too and said people were bashing it. I didn't think it was as bad as what everyone's saying.
Okay.
But I will say there was hokiness in it, and I think that took away from the movie.
Okay.
And there's a formula they use with all of these action comic-y type of movies where they add this kind of sense of humor in it to kind of break the tension of the action. And to me, it's so overly done where someone's got like a quick one-liner and it's just hokey and cheesy. I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. I wanted something a little bit dark and grittier.
Yes, that's exactly what I was wanting my eyes to see. And just in that 10 seconds with the quick acting and the laugh it was Skeletor had said something. I'm like, that's not what I was hoping for.
Skeletor does this one thing. He delivers this powerful line and then no one, cheers for him. And he's like, guys, you're supposed to cheer for me after. He's making jokes. Skeletor don't make jokes.
Right, yeah.
His only joke he makes is killing you.
Yeah.
That's the only joke Skeletor knows.
That's what I kind of detected.
I don't want humor. Do you want humor from Darth Vader?
No.
No, of course not.
Luke, pull my finger.
Exactly.
I have another force to show you.
I do kind of want that, actually.
That would be terrible.
I'm going to show you the true meaning of the dark side.
Watch me punt Baby Yoda.
And the other thing I'll say, and maybe it's just my age, I don't know. My favorite character from that universe is Beast Man. He's the first creature you see pretty much that's in our world. Man, they so CGI'd or AI'd him to a point where I go, I want the old Beast Man from the 80s that I saw. I'm going to go and say the first Beast Man was better looking than the second.
So if you're jonesing for it, you might like the Masters of the Universe, but if you have a hooky detector, then it might go off.
I don't think it's as bad as everyone said, but I would give it a B-.
Okay.
C+, B-.
Okay. Not enough for me to jump in on.
No, if you're already out on the trailer.
I was. Okay, well, you didn't convince me to go in and watch the whole thing.
I didn't hate it, though.
Okay, all right.
I didn't hate it.
Okay.
I didn't love it either, though.
There you go. If you want to spend your time doing things that you don't necessarily hate but don't like either.
It's kind of like a sandwich that with not a lot of flavoring.
Imagine if they used these on the movie posters.
It's kind of like a flavorless sandwich.
But it'll fill you up.
It'll fill you up, but not in the way you want.
I would love to have honest movie trailers. That would be great. We should just recreate all these different ones that are out there and just be completely honest with it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've kind of fallen into a little coming-of-age summer movie trend. I guess I'm typically watching a little bit more of the shows, but, man, I remember when I was back in junior high and high school, and even elementary school, man, some of those like coming of age tales were just amazing. We used to have to watch this movie called Stand By Me every single summer.
It's one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion.
It was, and it was just one of those ones you could only watch it in the summer because otherwise it would be too depressing to watch it in the winter.
It's a pretty heavy movie.
There's
some fun parts in it, but it does kind of capture what it's like when you have a group of friends and they start to kind of drift away.
Yeah, but there was something fun about it just because in that era where how often in your life do you really have nothing to do every single day but get up and have adventures with your friends? And it is such in the summertime too, and it's such a special era of life that nobody tells you how special those moments are going to be. And I think you appreciate them more as you get out of them and be like going, wouldn't it just be great to take the entire summer and do goofy stuff, do goofy things every single day with my friends?
Especially if you got a crew that you really love and care about and go through a wall for.
Yeah, which is what it's all about. And I got into that Runarounds. I watched that last weekend, which is kind of a spinoff from Outer Banks that had happened there. But it's all that kind of stuff. It happened over a summer. It was a bunch of high school friends making big memories that they'll never forget. And I loved it. It was so good. It's only going to be one season, so that's it. So if you watch it, don't be disappointed. It ends okay. It's one of those, I'm fine with it being one season.
But you said it's literally an Outer Banks spinoff, right? Because the band is from Outer Banks.
Yeah, so what happened?
Who's in it?
It's a bunch of actors, and they kind of were auditioned for people that could play instruments. And so what it drove me to, I never watched the final season that they had of Outer Banks. So I started that over this weekend to kind of go back and check that. And I haven't got to the point where the band does the cameo at some party or whatever. But it was one of the co-creators of Outer Banks. And he was like, okay, because it's got the whole Outer Banks, North Carolina sensibilities. You know, the Runarounds is shot in Wilmington, North Carolina, so they're clearly from there. And they do it. So that's where it came from. But yeah, I looked up with the band, and they actually tried to make it happen. They went around and did a tour, and they had real songs. Those guys were really playing instruments. The guitar players already left the band. So
well, they need to do it now.
Yeah, I think they kind of did. And I think it's kind of already like, it didn't hit the way they were hoping. So I think it's kind of petering out now.
It's also
not brand new either.
And it's hard to keep a band together, especially if you haven't made it yet.
I think they just tried that. Let's see how big it gets off of this show. And I think they squeezed all the juice out of it they can. They realized, okay, it's only going to trend down from here.
Gotcha.
Like in Full House, when Uncle Jesse had Jesse and the Rippers, they weren't really, they weren't really a band. It was just on TV.
Gotcha.
Every now and then it works. I mean, look at the band The Monkees way back in the day. They were a spinoff, just supposed to be a TV show and a spoof. And I don't think those guys even played instruments when they first started.
Boy, I could bore you with some monkey tales and monkey stories. Mike Nesmith was a songwriter. He can't. All right, never mind.
We're out.
Right. Yeah. We never want it in. Yeah, so shows like that, I love that. In fact, TV has a few. They've got The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I never watch, but I was looking up some coming-of-age tales and talking to people about it, and they said, oh, that's a good one, if you love that. One called The Wilds, which I'd never watched that show either. But even when it came to movies, there's a lot that it seems like every generation has to have their summer coming-of-age tale. You know, mine was probably Stand By Me. There was My Girl in 1991.
People love that movie. I think they did two of them.
I think they did, yes. Nothing like the first one, though.
No,
Macaulay Culkin in there.
No.
Then The Sandlot. Which still, I mean, that's kind of one of those ones, even those guys now that were in that movie all the way back in 1993 are kind of getting, I saw one of them, I think it was Smalls, is doing a commercial now.
No, they're doing
grown-up Smalls.
They're doing interviews now, and they all still look like the kid version.
They kind of do,
but
yeah.
adult style.
Right.
It's bizarre.
Smalls is wild to see now.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones, yeah, and it just seems like as I was looking through all these coming-of-age tales, even the movies I didn't recognize, it just seems like every couple years they come out with one. And now and then in the mid-'90s, Edge of 17 at the end of the 90s, Little Miss Sunshine in the 2000s, Adventureland in 2009.
When you really think about it, Karate Kid is a coming-of-age tale.
Yeah, it is. It's got that vibe. It's a kid that's moving. It happens during the summer, right? Because he's not in school. He's trying to transition into school.
He's growing up. He's learning all the heartaches of being a teenager. He gets his butt kicked.
Yeah, it's a great genre. And I just hope every generation always has at least one good summer coming-of-age tale movie, because everybody needs that.
When it comes to shows, Gilmore Girls, pretty darn good, Virginia.
I heard you say it so many times.
My wife was watching it again over the weekend.
The original Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
I draw the line. I'm not watching that.
You guys would hate it.
I'm not watching that.
I even think I might have hated it, but I just kept watching it for
They just
some
kept
reason.
watching it, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, so I mean, I see all the way up until like even 2013 with the Kings of Summer. They were doing all kinds of coming-of-age tale movies. It seems like there's been a bit of a gap, so I don't know if they have a new one over the last 12 or 13 years that they've come out, but they're definitely needed for every generation.
It's either superheroes or horror movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. People were talking about their coming-of-age tale. The Lost Boys, I would put that in the same category as well.
That's an underrated movie, man.
It's a fantastic movie. It came on months ago, and I watched it out, and I was like, wow.
It held up?
You know, some of the graphics are a little not as good as you would see today, especially when they turn into vampires. You're like, okay.
I mean, what do you want?
Hey, you're right. It was in the the 80s, right?
80s, yeah.
Mid-80s.
That part where he goes, "Hey, how's your noodles, Michael?" He's like, "They're great. You're eating worms." And he looks down, and the noodles turn to worms.
Spooky.
So spooky.
So low budget now when you look at it.
So low budget now.
All they had to do is just hand the guy a tub of worms.
You're right. I look at it and just put some
Look at
worms
it.
there.
Yeah, we're good. That's all it takes.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Whether you like it or not, you're getting a little plate of Diddy nuggets because he's in the news again. He had to be placed in solitary confinement after Diddy apparently got into a fight with a fellow inmate where he is currently locked up at Fort Dix in New Jersey. I hear he's into that kind of stuff, so there you go. No, don't throw me in the briar patch.
They've got a whole fort for this place?
Another inmate was apparently taunting him. And, you know, if someone's taunting you with words, what you're supposed to do in prison and in life is just turn away and turn the other cheek. Isn't that what y'all say, Kev?
I don't think you can do that in Cell Block E, Virginia.
Well, Diddy did not turn the other cheek, at least not the face one. He lashed out back at the guy, and I guess there were shoves and punches, and I think Diddy held his own from all reports. He did not take it like a bitch, which I would have expected from a guy like Diddy. But because usually Diddy likes to hit women, not other men.
Look, according to the movie Innocent Man starring the very talented Tom Selleck, if you don't fight back, they're gonna get you. If someone steps to you in prison and you do nothing, you're a marked man.
Okay.
According to the movies.
He's still scheduled for release coming up in February of 2028. So it doesn't sound like he got any time added to his 50-month sentence, although he was placed in solitary confinement. He's probably happy in there because he don't want no heat, right? Like, he don't want no dudes coming for him, and then he's got to show out in front of everybody. Like, he doesn't want that heat.
If you had a long prison sentence, would you want to be left alone? Would you want to be a lone wolf all the time? Or would you want to kind of, I don't know, get involved in the prison life community.
I want to be in the community until people start wanting to fight me in the cafeteria.
They start taking your cookies.
Like,
Yeah.
if this guy was taunting him and then people were egging that guy on and then that's going on, just put me in solitary.
But I think that's what you're going to have to deal with, though.
You're right. That's what they said about the Iowa guy that committed those horrible crimes in Iowa. They say all the prisoners on his wing, they all taunt him the entire time. When he's trying to sleep, they'll
Good.
start banging on his walls and start screaming at him.
He deserves it.
He does.
He really, really does deserve it. I hope he never has a moment of peace for the rest of his life. In other news, did you guys see the uncomfortable video from Usher's concert in Nashville on Saturday night? He does this thing where he pulls up like a female audience member and he wants to sing to her and then interact with her and maybe like have a little sexy time on stage
Yeah,
with
he
her.
and Chris Brown kind of do the exact same thing, and they've actually broken up some marriages because of this little thing, because they get very as sexual as you can with somebody without
They
making
need
it
to-
illegal on stage.
They need to check somebody's relationship status before they allow them to come on stage for all this.
In the middle of a verse, do they ask the lady for consent?
Well, that they should have, because this lady, I don't think she knew how hot and heavy it was going to get. And she looked uncomfortable. She stiffened up. He's trying to, get her to get into it. And she looks like she wants nothing to do with it. And she's on stage.
That's a risky move, especially in 2026. You're gonna grab a random woman and start getting all like dry humpy with her.
And maybe, you are the company you keep. Since you're surrounding yourself with guys like Chris Brown, you may not have a good barometer for the temperature out there in the world. But some ladies don't want to be sexually assaulted on a stage in front of thousands.
Some are there just to hear the music.
Now, I don't know why she got on the stage, because maybe she just didn't know how hot and heavy it gets. I would say maybe pick a different girl. Talk to them ahead of time, show them a video of what's about to happen and make sure they're cool with it.
This is a time where you want to plant in the audience.
Thank you.
I'm just surprised they don't do this ahead of time, where you could take somebody and you really talk to them and be like, hey, here's what's going to happen. We need you to sign a waiver. If you want, here's a video of what's happened in other concerts so you're fully aware. And on video, get them signing that.
You might get pregnant.
Right.
Well, I can see someone say, oh, you got on stage, you knew what's going on.
They are saying
but
that.
Here's the thing. Sometimes people get on stage and they think they're just maybe going to get like a shout out or something. They didn't know.
If they've never been to a Usher concert and they've never seen what he does with the audience interaction on stage, yeah, I could see being there with a friend and a group of friends and you've never seen this before and now you're on stage and you're like, whoa,
But
I don't feel right.
I can see you getting pumped because people get called up on stage all the time and they don't get humped.
True.
You know what I mean?
Different artists do it different. And apparently Usher and Chris Brown like to take you to third base in front of a whole bunch of people.
They do.
So, yeah, awkward.
And then they take you right to divorce court.
Yeah. And finally here, there's a whole legal battle over a fight that happened on a private jet. Now, Lil Wayne says that his ex-assistant is full of it, but the ex-assistant claims that they were punched and hit by Lil Wayne. Apparently, Lil Wayne and the pilot of the plane were involved in some sort of verbal altercation, and the assistant tried to get in the middle of it, and according to the assistant, that's when he got clocked by Lil Wayne. Now, Lil Wayne is saying, no, this didn't happen that way, and I guess the pilot is now being deposed as well. So the pilot is going to be talking about what happened, and I think the pilot's taking Lil Wayne's side. So crazy stuff on these private planes, y'all.
Is Lil Wayne on reality show right now on Big Brother or something, Celebrity Big Brother.
Is he?
Maybe in a different country. I thought I saw a clip of him, and it looked like a Big Brother house, and he was talking about his favorite rapper, and there were other people asking him questions, but it looked like a Big Brother type house.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited if he is, because I love Celebrity Big Brother. I thought they were doing regular Big Brother right now here in the States, which is boring.
You got to understand, I'm wrong a lot with my facts, so it could have been from 5 years. I don't check.
Well, then you're in the right place.
I don't check dates or cite sources.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if he's got anything going on right now.
I've already derailed the show too much. Let's go ahead and move on.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Do you think it's a good idea to start offering college degrees for influencers? Because that's exactly what Arizona State University is now going to be doing. They're going to have a content creation major for students who want to become social media influencers.
I mean, you can either be annoyed by it or you can realize that it's just the times, and why not? Why not?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it does make sense because people are making a career out of it. And maybe this way they'll actually learn how to do it right, because there are a lot of influencers that are not. I don't think. And it's not really just about how they're creating the content or the numbers that they're getting. I think what some of these influencers today who have been self-startups are missing is on the back end, after you start making money and you start getting sponsors, that you have to realize you have to behave in a different manner and you now have to be professional. And I don't know if some of these influencers who are doing it are capable of doing that, because you just see one story after another. Now, part of it is how that they get their follows and their views. If
you got your follows and views, though, being completely out the box and unprofessional, now what?
Yeah, maybe that's what continues, and your sponsors are happy to do that. That's just what I don't know how it works, because easily with boycotts and people can get all upset at a corporate sponsor of somebody that would be, giving an influencer all this money who then is doing terrible things to people in society. And there's one story after another. A lot of these influencers are really just obnoxious.
Believe it or not, though, there are sponsors that do kind of want that. There are some that would promote that. Because keep in mind, too, some sponsors are the same age that own a business that are saying, yeah, we want this kind of attitude. We want this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. We want eyeballs on our product. They like the extreme.
Yeah. So, maybe that's what it teaches you as well. When you go to Arizona State, they say that the program is going to teach students how to market themselves. It's going to be a Bachelor of Arts in Content Creation that'll prepare you to become an influencer and strategic storyteller who thrives in the rapidly evolving creator economy.
Boy, does this sound like a waste of money. This sounds like a waste of cash, my friend.
It says program coursework emphasizes content planning, video and podcast production, global perspectives, and personal branding.
A lot of that stuff's already online. You can get if you find someone that's crushing it, that's not a complete jerk, there are plenty of things online to help you, or you can save a ton of money. You don't have to go to class for this.
Yeah, I think the only thing that they're doing, one, is a lot of universities are realizing that a lot of the information they're offering and that you got to pay a lot of money for is actually online. What they're doing right now is they would argue that they're taking it all and they're putting it in one tidy little place. Because I would admit, there are a lot of skills here, whether it be video editing, best practices, understanding algorithms, marketing, cutting through noise, that if you gave me valuable information, it is hard to hunt down. You can spend hundreds of hours of man time looking at videos that aren't that helpful, that hopefully they would have a program that's solid, that cuts out all the fat and offers the really good, valuable information. So, but I just think it's one of those things where a lot of times you can't teach somebody how to be a star. A lot of times either they are or they're not. Now, if you wanted to produce for somebody, I think you can learn all those skill sets, but just the one thing I've found for the most part is either you have it or you don't.
I also heard people talking that have big numbers and some of their numbers are declining, and then they're wondering why. And there's a lot of people saying that a lot of people out there aren't necessarily becoming successful because they are funny or even good.
Yeah.
They're playing to the algorithm, and they are producing content that's just for the algorithm and not even for their audience anymore.
Yeah.
Because they know the algorithm's going to give them the money. That's why you'll watch a video and go, why would they bleep that word out? That doesn't make any sense. They're afraid they're going to get demonetized. It's all about the money. And there's certain words YouTube will get you on saying, oh, you said that word?
Yeah.
You're not going to get paid, or you're going to get docked your money.
And I think a course like that would be good and valuable, but the problem is it changes so fast. That would be the issue I'd have. I would rather, if they had an online course that you could take that always updates and it doesn't expire, you can every 6 months go and update your knowledge on being an influencer and everything like that. I think you're going to have to do that. To have something where you teach me now how to do all this stuff, it will be invalid in 2 years.
You're right.
So why would I spend all this money to learn that? It's got to be a continual education forever if you're going to be in the content creation game.
The other thing that's tricky too is there's a lot of videos out there that get great numbers, but it's not great content. And again, it's you're trying to beat the algorithm. And when you start doing that, you're not necessarily making your best content. We're so obsessed with the number,
Right.
but the number could also be watering down the content.
I think if you had somebody that really knew this, they could try to help you find a way to get great numbers, but still do valuable content. Now, look, some people just want to create trash. And if you do, then have at it. You know, like people that just, like this happened over the weekend. Seth Rogen was, just trying to film his new show, and some YouTuber, there's nothing creative out of it. They just disrupt. And then they make videos of them just disrupting. And so here's a YouTuber coming in that's live streaming that's like, hey, man, I'm going to go in there and disrupt. And that's what they did successfully.
How you doing? I just want to say hi.
Oh, we're working.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good. Any advice you got to anybody trying to make it in LA?
Enjoy your life, be a kind person.
How you doing?
I'm good. Please just give us a little
Wait,
space.
can I get any advice for anybody trying to make it in LA?
I would say don't with people as they're trying to make their show. That's probably not a good idea. So.
You want to make it, here you are on a big set, and you're totally messing things up. Yeah, you're not doing it the right way.
And here's the thing that sucks. That YouTuber's going in and interrupting their work.
Yes.
And now that YouTuber's going to upload that video, and at least 30% of the comments are going to be, Seth Rogen's a jerk.
He's such a mean guy.
Talking about toxic masculinity. There it is right there, bro.
Meanwhile, he's paying for that set, and so every minute wasted is money down the drain.
Well, that's
and
like
now he's got to entertain this guy.
Well, that's like you during the day, and some random person you've never met before comes in, interrupts you, and starts interviewing you.
I'd probably throat punch them.
That'd be a great dirt of the day. The whole thing. That'd be your best work.
I just narrate it, okay? Because people aren't going to know what's going on.
It's just like a boxing fight.
Hold on, let me get my blade.
And then over the weekend, that clavicular, that Braden Peters, who resides in Miami and smashes himself in the face with hammers to be more beautiful.
Annoying Maxing.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of attention. Well, apparently on Friday night, he got body slammed in a parking lot.
Okay, now these are the kind of stories I like to
After
hear.
two men believed to be security guards from the club tracked him down in a parking lot and claimed they were making a citizen's arrest. And the video is there of him being slammed down pretty hard. He really didn't have any kind of fight to come back with.
Well, if you love hitting yourself in the face with hammers, you're going to love being thrown to the ground by bodyguards.
Believe me, Hammerface loves the fact that he got slammed by the bodyguard. Sure. This is going to be content. He'll ride this out for 2 weeks, probably even threaten with a lawsuit that will go nowhere.
Oh, yeah, there'll be a lawsuit. You're right.
When Miami cops showed up, both sides, of course, had radically different stories about what happened. So they're like, we're not going to arrest anybody. But my gosh, these influencers are becoming exhausting.
All of you are annoying.
Dang, the cops just said, nah, we're out of here.
Bye.
Yeah. And some influencers are finding out the hard way that not everybody likes everything posted online. There was a tragic story over the weekend. I don't know if you heard about the influencer Sarah Duffy.
I did.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Crazy.
Is that the one that outed her husband?
Yeah. Jeremiah Sean Duffy, her husband, 48-year-old, she's 43. She had accused him of molesting a minor on social media in a video that got 18 million views.
Dang.
And then I think she said she was going on Netflix, too, to talk about it.
She said, preparing for when Netflix drops a documentary about my soon-to-be ex-husband, who I just found out is a pedophile.
So that's a trend, and a lot of people do it. Even you're not really preparing for a Netflix documentary. You just want to say something scandalous, and you sit down in a chair and you pretend like you're being mic'd up, and you're like, preparing for my Netflix documentary about blank. And then you say something like scandalous about your life, or like something that people are going to go, oh my gosh.
So you lie first?
There's no Netflix necessarily, but it's a trend. That's a trend. A lot of people are doing that.
Well, her husband, who is a youth basketball coach, was accused by a mom of kissing and touching her 15-year-old daughter. He also allegedly invited the girl to his hotel room during a tournament trip.
Oh.
And she had recently filed a protective order against him, who was ordered to stay at least 100 yards away from her.
So he probably was dabbling his pinky toe in the pool of pedophilia.
Well, I mean, I think the ending might kind of say...
Guilty.
Who knows? Yeah, that I guess we don't necessarily know for sure, but we know he did not take kindly to her posting that information on social media. So regardless of whether or not he was guilty, yeah, he wasn't feeling that.
And it ended badly, right?
Both dead.
Both gone.
That's not a
She's
good
dead and he's dead.
That's not a good ending.
And
yeah.
now, ironically, they might be a Netflix documentary.
It's the crazy thing, and there's just so many stories of one influencer after another that it's just every week. I probably have 2 to 3 different stories of influencers dying. And a lot of them, you know, the weird thing about it, a lot of them are plunging to their deaths. We'd had the one in Dubai that took a header off of a balcony.
Live fast, die young.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what the trend is. I don't know if there's mental health issues that are happening with a lot of these people.
Well, when you're on social media, you're not vetted. You know, we all, like, to get this gig, they have to vet you. You have to, there's background checks. To start a YouTube page,
You're right.
You don't need anything just but a camera and an account.
You don't even need to be necessarily stable mentally.
That's
like
why-
you can do whatever you want.
Well, that's why I try to hit the brakes when someone gets celebrated that does something great on social media. Oh, this guy's a hero. Then a week later, you find out, you know, he's been burning houses down in the neighborhood. You got to make sure you find out about the people you're celebrating.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, that's exactly it. And, you know, there's so many of them that are in Miami, all these influencers. I had just seen that there was another one that did a header off of a building.
And you wonder, are they jumping or are they being tossed?
Well, a lot of times, too, I think people push the envelope because they're trying to be extreme for social media. You know, when someone's taking a selfie with an alligator, look how
Right.
close I can get to this. Oh.
Leaning over a balcony, taking a selfie. Oh, whoa, you slipped, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Those dudes that jump from building to building with no harness on.
Right.
Those guys are on crack.
I mean, what are they thinking?
Dude, you are not Spider-Man. What are you doing?
There
One
was,
slip up.
Yeah.
One little slip up.
Yeah, the latest was this Yakir Levi. He's a wealthy Los Angeles reality TV personality who plunged 28 stories to his death from a swanky South Florida beachfront resort just moments after texting friends. He had been set to meet 2 pals Monday night at the Lux Aquilina Resort and Residences in Sunny Isle Beach right before his death. So again, this okay.
Who was he meeting up with?
Yeah, I know. There's just a lot of suspect stuff happening.
Some might be falling, but some might be pushed, y'all.
Who knows? Who knows?
You got to stop watching the Dateline, though. It is affecting.
She's knee deep in it.
I love I watched another Dateline over the weekend about these killer mushrooms.
See, you've been eating mushrooms. It gets in your head.
See, the mushroom special I watched over the weekend was pretty positive, actually.
Yeah, different kind of mushroom.
It is. Last week on the show, Virginia was telling us about how a person that she knows that manages people of all different ages was talking to one of their Gen Z employees who walked through how they're going to have A, B, and C days and what each day would look like. So just to let you know, if they came to you and be like, hey, we got a lot of work to do, and I see you're just kind of sitting there on your phone. Yeah, I'm having a C day. And if you look carefully, I put on C days. I'll probably be checked out most of the day and on my phone.
doing little to nothing, if I can even come in, was how it was explained.
Well, not only are you going to make your boss upset, you're going to make your other coworkers upset, because when someone's gone and they're not doing their work, it falls on other people.
You're right.
I think some managers are having a hard time trying to figure out just how much leniency do I give Gen Z, because they are a little bit different. Now, we did get an email from Chrissy, and she said, I am a millennial manager, and I would have used that Gen Z ABC comments as a teaching moment. I would have said, okay, well, thanks for sharing. We have 20 company PTO days that you can take for any reason without telling me why. And we should be using those for your C days. On this team, I say we strive for A days within the hours of 9 to 5, 80% of the time. 80-20 is a reasonable split. And it's up to you to make sure that you're keeping track of your own progress and drive. This is literally your job as a manager, not to immediately fire the person and look for someone else. This is the problem with the workforce nowadays, that the internet has opened up the job pool. Instead of companies taking the time to train and build employees up, they know there's always the next best thing out there to them globally. Back in the day, entry-level jobs for young people really just had to compete with other people in their local area, and companies would take more time to train, etc. So that is...
And she did. She really, she handled it way better than I would have. I would have said, pack your S-bomb, you're out of here. But my friend, this girl, handled it so kind and did kind of the same thing there. Like, here's your vacation days. Here's your sick days. Mm-hmm. That's your allotment for B and C. When you're here, you got to be A. And if you're not, call in on those days. Like she did. She did all that, and it was very annoying to hear her smart way of handling it.
Okay, now let's all come back from La La Land. That would be great if it rained chocolate and we all had, candy everywhere for dinner, but not everyone's going to be so enlightened like that. And I just think it puts a target on your back to let anyone know, I'm going to have C days and basically I'm not doing anything. When I coached baseball, if a player was to say that to me, I would listen to them. But in the back of my mind, I'm going, all right, are they not running that ball out hard because they're having a C day? It makes you automatically, it does put a target on your back.
And what happened in my girlfriend's workplace is she told everybody. Now, she's the boss, but she has bosses above her. So she went to those bosses and told them. She went to the other managers and told them. And now everybody is talking about you behind your back. And a lot of those people are making fun of you. You are creating this environment at work where now your coworkers are going to find out. All the bosses already know, and people are mocking your attitude.
Well, let's say you are having an A day, but something happens and a mistake goes down. Everyone's going to say, oh, she's having a C day again today.
Yes.
I feel bad for people who's got any kind of struggle with mental health and all that, but there is a strategy on some of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And a big part of it is telling the right people and telling the wrong people.
Right.
I've told the wrong people in the past about certain mental issues I had. It didn't bode well for me. And I'm going on just personal experience.
Yeah, I think for a lot of managers, what they might be finding out is that you really have to lay down the boundaries of what the expectations are and how you have to work. And you have to come to an agreement before you hire anybody to say, that's not acceptable. We don't do A, B, and C days here. You have 5 sick days or whatever it might be to be able to take off. And just like that one person had said, but you can't allow that, because then everybody in your office that works for you is going to be like, well, if they get a C day, I get C days.
See, you're letting the patients run the asylum.
Well, this is where I think if you are struggling that bad, you should sit down and talk with somebody, and they can help you strategize on the best way with your own problem. Going, okay, let's say you are having a C day. Here's how you want to handle a C day, and here's how you do not. And go in there with that. Now, is she even doing that, or is he? I don't know. Was it a guy or a girl? I can't remember.
Female boss. I never said the gender of the employee.
If the employee's not doing anything to help them, and they're just saying they're having C days, well, that's on them, and they got to get a strategy going so they don't bring the C day and the C world into the work world. No one cares about the C.
No.
If they're making money and they're doing extra work, their sympathy's going to run out.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Well, they say that this is kind of the characteristics of Gen Z, that they believe that a great job is one that understands that they're human. And they care deeply about mental health and workplace culture. That's a big thing for them, and whether the company actually practices what it preaches. So they're not as willing to overlook a toxic manager or needing to be constantly available for their job. And in most cases, they'll just leave and go somewhere else. So that's typically what you get with Gen Z. So you have to balance that out. They say millennials see a good job as something that offers more than just a fancy title. After being told to go to college and work hard to eventually land the career of their dreams, the millennials graduate into a world of economic uncertainty. And for them, having a good job means finding the sweet spot between purpose, pay, and enough work-life balance to remember why they're doing it in the first place. I think everybody needs that. And I think that the workplace did need to refocus because the rise and grind mentality was driving people crazy. We can't do that, but I don't know that we can have complete, I'm going to blow off 3 or 4 of my 5 days this week and have C days.
Look, we're all going to have B days. I mean, hopefully your C days are few and far between. But when you're having those, keep it in your head. Don't talk about it to people. Don't let your employer know you're not going to work hard that day at all. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
why do we have to share all this stupid things about your feelings?
It's not a good strategy.
No.
I'm looking at it.
You're the everybody's mocking you at work. Just so you know, everybody's mocking you.
It also depends on who is the leader, who is running. And if you've got like a rah kind of a boss that's really always talking about mental health and let me know this and let me know that, they might be a little bit more flexible.
Yeah, they might like this.
But if it's a regular job and they don't talk about that stuff, they care about the bottom line. They'll say they care about your mental health.
Well, some jobs and careers, there's no way you could allow that. Imagine if you have a police officer or a firefighter who's like, I'm going to probably have a C or a D day today. It's like,
right.
You can't have a C or a D
But
day.
we're in the middle of a hostage negotiation.
You're right.
It's not my A day. Sorry.
Yeah, dude, get it together.
If I was with it, everybody would walk out alive. But on a C day, they're going to be 5 dead.
Well,
Sorry.
Imagine police officers saying, I'm having a C day, and then his partner gets shot.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's exactly a great example.
Yeah, so I think finding that mix and that balance, how to motivate without crushing somebody's spirit is the big challenge today. I'm just thankful that I don't have to deal with it.
You got to find a good mentor. And those are hard to find, and mentors can really change your life.
I feel so bad for my girlfriend because she literally manages like 20 young people.
Sure.
That's one of 20.
Yeah.
And this isn't not all young people are like this.
No.
There are grinders out there.
No.
I don't want, because I know we always make fun of the younger generation. There's some hungry wolves out there in the younger generation. You just hear a lot more of the, I'm having a C day.
This is a funnier story.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about, oh, you're doing everything right and you're so impressive. Oh, wow. It's funnier to have an A, B, and C day.
Think fast, think fast. If you don't come in first, you might as well be last. Think fast.
Okay, we're going to put it to the test here today and see just how fast Virginia, Jbird, and producer Denny's can think.
This is important. You know why? It sets the tone of the week.
Okay.
It sets the tone.
It does. It does. Okay, well, let's see how well y'all can do here today.
I don't think we need paper for Think Fast.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't want to make fun of you because it's your birthday.
I'm thinking slow. I was about to hand you a pen, too.
Someone went hard at the moose.
Ooh, Sunday fun day.
There you go. You're just having a C day today.
Yeah.
Kevin, I'm having a C day. I've been a C for a while. So a lot of my days are C days, and you can suck it.
Okay, first up, give me a clothing brand that starts with the letter A.
Abercrombie and Finch.
Oh. Hey, nice bird.
Next time, I'm going to try to think of a longer answer.
My brain went,
Hey. Okay, next up, give me a dessert served cold that starts with the letter C.
Cannoli.
oh, that's a good one.
I've had some chilled cannolis.
It's very Italian of you.
Yeah, forget about it.
How about this? Give me a bird that starts with the letter P.
Pelican.
Oh, Denny's. Yes. He's on it.
You had Pete on lock.
I did.
You did. Sometimes you can get inside Kevin.
I know. I had tiramisu the last one, which obviously didn't work out very well.
No. Okay, let's see if anybody's locked in on this. I'm asking for a famous athlete whose first name starts with the letter L.
LeBron James.
Yes.
Well, it's an A-day for Bird.
Yeah. Bird's having an A-day.
Look at you.
He's up 3-1 over Denny's right now. Virginia, yes, not making any noise yet.
Nothing.
She got her mind on the birthday.
I'm over here writing them down.
It's a big day
It's
for
not working
her.
out.
Right fast.
Right fast.
Okay, give me a type of hat that starts with the letter F.
Fedora.
Oh, and she's back. You can't let her back in, Denny's.
no.
This is what the witch does.
Yeah. All right, there's first point for Virginia. Something people collect that starts with the letter T.
Toys.
Oh.
You beat me on toys.
Dang, that one hurts. And it's embarrassing.
It is. I'll carry it with me till Thursday.
Hey, Jbird is still holding on to the lead. 3. Denny's has 2. Virginia has 1.
But do you hear how I'm blowing it, kind of? How quick it
And
happens.
they'll trace it back to that moment he lost on toys.
Yes, it is.
A popular pizza topping that starts with the letter M.
Mushrooms.
What'd you say, Denny's?
Mushrooms as well. I think Bird did too.
I did.
Virginia, any idea who got in first on that?
I thought it was Big D.
Of course you did.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because he gave me birthday balloons.
Okay. Well, Virginia speaks.
Check your email. Your present's in your email.
Ooh, fancy.
It's the good kind of stuff.
Oh, cheddar?
Yeah, let's stay focused.
Okay.
I'm in a battle over here. That's what happens.
Don't get
I
distracted.
get distracted.
Jbird and Denny's tied at 3 apiece.
Wow.
A type of fish that starts with the letter H.
Halibut.
Herring.
Oh, I don't know nothing about this.
Virginia's got 2. 3-2.
Thank you for that fish point.
I had
That was kind of like a gimme.
I had Snook on lock. I thought Rawson was going S.
Something found at a carnival that starts with the letter F.
Ferris wheel.
Felons.
Okay, Ferris wheel, I think
She's getting back in.
she's tied everybody up. The next point wins.
Oh, it's so poetic.
It is.
Kevin's like a low budget Jeff Probst.
Denny's, what's rule number 1?
You can't let her in.
Boom.
Okay, a city that is known for tourism that starts with the letter V.
Vienna.
Vienna's correct. Jbird wrapped it up with Vienna. That is it, baby. That's the exact answer we were looking for. It's Vienna.
Damn.
Bird has set the tone
With
for
his
Monday.
favorite sausage.
Oh my goodness.
And Billy Joel song.
That's what I got. Billy Joel.
Wow.
Look out, baby.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Tony Romo didn't have the best round of golf over the weekend, and then he had a really bad round of field sobriety tests. Tony Romo, the CBS broadcaster and former Dallas Cowboys quarterback, was pulled over on southbound Interstate 43 at about 6:18 p.m. after he had spent all day at a golf tournament in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, he placed really low towards the pack of competitors. He was in 73rd place.
Okay, better than 74th.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
He was in 73rd place. But he does also say that, look, I'm way better at football than I am at golf. And I think he laughs about that he's just really trying to hone his golf skills. They pulled him over and gave him those field sobriety tests, and they booked him on one count of allegedly operating while intoxicated. He was booked and then released. So he didn't even have to do any kind of drunk tank overnight or anything like that.
Well, did you say that was on the golf cart?
No, it was in a car.
Got ya.
Interstate 43, so I hope it wasn't a golf cart.
Right.
Sometimes people do that, though.
I mean, then it's pretty obvious you're drunk.
Yeah.
You're on the interstate, bruh. His next time that he has to answer for any of this will be September 21st, which would have been the week 2 of NFL games. It was supposed to be him calling the Steelers and the Patriots that day, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to probably be dealing with this instead.
Do you think he gets fired or suspended when it comes to that, something like that? Is there something in his contract that says if he gets in trouble, he won't be able to announce?
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean, you typically are going to have these kind of things. Now, the question is just how much they want to come down on him, whether they'll suspend him for a game. They might do something like that. That might be a good choice, and then he can make some statement about it the opening weekend and make a donation to...
Go to classes, do the apology tour.
That's it. In fact, they'll probably lay out, be like, okay, here are the 3 things you need to do, and it's all good.
Just say, look, even though you had a really bad day of golf, you can't make yourself feel better with a bunch of cocktails after coming in 73rd place in the tournament.
Well, you can't.
And then drive.
Just get an Uber.
Right.
You have the money.
You have so much money. Like, get an Uber. What are you doing? That needs to be the public service announcement that he makes. I was stupid. I should have got an Uber. I'm a moron. Don't be like me.
Yes.
Somebody else that, man, don't be like him. More and more evidence keeps getting presented at the preliminary hearing for David Burke, who is the singer, from TikTok, who is accused of killing his romantic partner, Celeste, after she threatened to go public with their relationship. Apparently, the relationship started when she was 13, and now comes the news that she may have had an abortion at the age of 13 when he impregnated her. Whoa. They are going through everything, the phones, the emails, the text messages, the voicemails. He's got explicit images of other child abuse material on his phones, on the computer. I don't know why this thing is still a preliminary hearing to see if they're going to move forward with the hearing. I've never seen more evidence in my life that a man was doing things illegal.
You want to slam dunk every time. I mean, the worst thing is to not do enough, and they're going, you guys blew that? I thought we had enough.
Just because you're a good artist does not mean you're a good person.
Amen. There's additional evidence, too, that, shows that he purchased chainsaws, body bags, and other items that were used to dispose of her. What more do we need?
And let me guess, he bought it at Walmart.
I think he bought it on Amazon and had it shipped to the house.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy, y'all. So...
he's making their job so easy.
He really is. And the prosecutors have to be so happy. I mean... Where did you hide the body? In my Tesla.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Are you the dumbest murderer ever?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm happy that we're catching him, but I mean, dude, you made it so easy for the prosecutors.
And is Any Star had a more quickly ended time at the top? We were just starting to know his name, and then boom, this came out.
You are right.
He was famous for 3 weeks.
You're right. Crazy stuff. And finally here, Bret Michaels had to undergo emergency surgery to remove a kidney stone. I guess he was trying to pass it, and could not. And rather than cancel shows, he played 3 concerts before checking into the hospital. Wow. Just to give the people what they want. Every rose has its thorn.
In fact,
every kidney stone has its thorn.
He said
it does.
that's what it felt like, a rose coming out with thorns.
I told you I was holding Panda's kidney stone and playing with it after Panda passed it, and it was sharper than a thorn from a rose.
Every stone has a thorn.
I kind of hear a great parody song.
And you played with it.
I did play with it.
And I'm the weird one?
And then I was going to bring it in here for Do It, Bitch, and one of us was going to have to eat it.
What?
Yeah, exactly. She's insane, Kevin. and I mean that with love because it's her birthday. But
what?
Ain't no one eating your husband's kidney stone.
Eat it, bitch.
I say that now. No one's going to eat it, but if I lost, I'd be eating his kidney stone.
And then do you break it down, or does that go immediately into your kidney and give you kidney stones?
I know I'm not going to figure it out myself.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even know how to Google that. That's such it's an insane question.
It's a really tough question.
If you're dumb enough to eat it, you deserve to go through all the pain.
I would agree.
Yeah, all of it. Every last little bit.
I deserve kidney stones if I eat your husband's kidney stone.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
If somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
Well, we got a lot of things we need to call out here today, and it's kind of a good and bad call out all in the same. I mean, the good part is that Jbird got himself a free meal, but apparently this meal came with something on the back end where you had to listen to some commentary about the show itself. Now, you were just out and weren't expecting anything, Jbird, and you were alerted that somebody had actually paid for your meal.
It was so nice. I just noticed this couple across the way. They kept looking over at the table.
They're swingers. They want to bang you.
I don't know about. No, I don't think so. I have to be quite honest with you. So I was going to pay. I got the check and I gave my debit card, and the waitress said, "Oh, that table over there is already taking care of your breakfast.
Wow.
And your lunch."
Look at you.
I go, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "All right, thanks." I waved over there and I walked over there and said, "Thank you," thinking they were maybe KVJ Nationers or something. And I was right. And the husband said, "Can you help settle a bet for us?" I said, "Thank you." Will you blah, blah, blah. I was like, "I think you're Jbird from the radio." And I go, "Yeah, I'm Jbird from the radio." And then the wife goes, "You're Jbird from the radio? You have gotten so much older looking. You look so old now. What has happened?" That's what she said. She goes, "What has happened?" And I was so caught off guard and taken back because it was such a weird situation. I'm like, "Are they buying me the lunch?" And I didn't want that anyway, but I was trying to thank them. And she insulted me, and I didn't know what to say. So I go, "Yeah, I know. Father Time hasn't been kind to me." That's what I said. And then they proceeded to talk about how neither one of them believe in ghosts or the paranormal life. And you like to talk about ghosts a lot. We don't believe in that. So it was kind of, in a way, dressing me down about believing in ghosts, how poorly I'm aging, but I got a free meal. So I left the restaurant with some really odd.
I mean, most people would say you're up. Because, I mean, when you think about it, hopefully you'll forget about the aging comment. And since you are getting so much older, I mean, your memory's not what it used to be. But free breakfast lasts forever.
Yeah, I mean, I look, I've been called way worse than that. Me and my girlfriend kind of thought it was funny.
It is funny.
But she thought it was weird, too. She goes, "That is weird, man."
Weird stuff happens to you a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be my aura.
It is. Definitely your
Just
aura.
attract it.
Yeah, well, that's the life of a peacocker. I'm re-peacocking my game.
Look, focus on the free breakfast. That is amazing.
But it's always funny when you mix a compliment with an insult.
Well, it just goes to show you nothing's free.
Yeah.
Nothing's free.
You're going to have to pay in feelings for them eggs.
Well, then I'm like in this. I just let them talk about how ghosts aren't real and how stupid it was and blah,
How
blah,
bad you look and how terrible you've aged.
But boy, that lunch was free.
I guess you're going to be a ghost soon, too.
Damn. That's full circle.
Need to call out the Marlins. I was giving them love when they were on a big old win streak, so I got to give them some crap when they're doing what the Marlins typically do. They have Now lost a franchise record 12 games in a row. Got swept again. If you want to go see him over the weekend, Jbird was right. It was a great weekend for the Padres. They loved it. They enjoyed their time in Miami. They said, we need to come back more often. They treat us so nice, so hospitable, and they let us win every game.
I've been on teams back when I played sports, like in college and stuff, and I have been on some crappy teams where you'll lose 12 in a row. It is a morale killer. Everyone is just upset and pissed. I remember one time we lost like 9 in a row, and a guy had a goatee, and the coach looked at him and go, do me a favor, shave off that stupid goatee. It looks horrible.
Damn. Was that you?
No, it was my.
Because you had a goatee too.
It was my buddy, and the goatee had nothing to do with the game.
Or did it?
It didn't. He didn't even play.
Today is July 27th. The last time the Miami Marlins tasted victory was on June 9th.
Ooh. That is a long streak.
I mean, when you play baseball and you're playing almost every day, I know we had a world, the All-Star break in there, but yeah, to go almost, I mean, we're creeping up. They might go 2 months without a win.
Damn.
When you get this bad on a losing streak, part of you kind of goes, you guys want to break the record and be the most losingest team ever? Yeah, let's break that. Let's have the most losses in a row.
Mm-hmm. And people are calling out Katy Perry today because I guess she doesn't fully understand when you sell your music catalog that people might use your music in ways that you don't like. And I think when you make $250 million on it, you just got to kind of suck it up. She is criticizing the White House for featuring her song Firework in a TikTok video showing military strikes. And they picked a choice moment of the song, too, where it goes boom, 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 and they choreograph it with bombs exploding.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, she's not a Trump fan?
I don't know. I mean, she's trying to say she's not a war fan, maybe, but
Okay.
I don't think she's a Trump fan.
she
That's funny.
said Firework was meant to inspire hope and strength, not accompany violence. So
But if you sell your music, anybody can buy it.
it's kind of a lesson. Yeah, before you sell it, you might say, hey, you never know how they might use our inspiring teen anthem.
Kind of like my breakfast that I got for free. Ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free.
Ain't nothing
Katie.
free. Yep.
But she can also say, too, what she wants and say, look, I don't want my song used by them. And if they use it, it's against what I believe in.
Sure.
Oh, everyone can say what they want.
Yeah, that's nice. Thanks. Carnival is responding to viral videos showing a guest scratching their foot fungus with a fork.
I saw this video. This woman's foot is repulsive on a next level. What she is doing with this unsocked foot at the dinner table on the cruise ship, there's skin coming off the foot, onto the floor, onto the fork,
That's unreal.
onto the surrounding
Oh, my
carpeted
gosh.
area.
Yeah.
Kevin.
And here are people recording it and commenting.
Then she started scratching her foot with the fork. And we actually have a video if you would like to, because I'm telling you, it's bad. It's bad.
It is, because we showed guest services and they couldn't believe it.
So this is her just scratching her foot at this point. I zoomed in so you can see the severity of her infection.
And she lives on stays on the third floor.
This very disgusting.
Carnival has said that they've removed that fork from service. And they'd also talk to the guest about it because they take hygiene seriously, and scratching your foot fungus with their fork at dinner is not
Oh,
acceptable.
no, sweetie. You got to put a sock and some New Balances on them dogs.
I thought you
are no longer, you lost your flip-flop privileges on this boat.
I thought you were going to say Carnival took the lady's foot away from her.
She cannot have that thing out. Kevin, it's like it's snowing.
Oh, that's
There's
terrible.
so much like dead skin cells coming off that foot.
If you were there, do you say something to somebody or do you just kind of mind your own business?
Am I drunk?
Yeah.
You know I bought the drink package.
Well, you're on a Carnival. There's no way. I don't think you would even be sober ever.
No.
On a
why?
Carnival?
Sounds dumb.
Cruise? No way.
Yeah, get the drink package and let's go. Yeah, I would probably have said something. I would have narrated the video as I'm talking about her and her foot, and because I want to go viral. But then I might also say something at the end of it, like, lady, you need to go straight to your cabin and put a sock on that dog.
I don't think Ralston says anything, but I think you sit in horror watching it.
Oh, absolutely. And I
Disgusting.
probably would record it a bit. Jenna said, I saw this video the other day. She uses the fork to scratch her foot and then eats with her hands. What an animal.
What?
What an animal.
Oh, my goodness.
We have just lost it, lady. And her husband's sitting right there. He's not saying jack.
jeez.
Like he's used to it, apparently.
Wow.
Oh, sir, you got to step up for what's right.
That's out in public. I
In
can only
public?
imagine what goes down in the private.
She don't care.
Nah.
Wow. And got a call out here from Rooster. He said, I want to call out the people in the Ozempic, especially my friends who lost weight and are actually skinnier than me now, but just contribute it to not drinking so much. BIC, you just admit that you're quit the gym and started the shot. Stop trying to fake it. Everybody knows, and it's awkward.
It is so funny.
So to own it.
There is somebody I know that's on social media claiming they have done all this exercise. I know for a fact they have not. Now they've got their partner also saying that they're doing they're both on Ozempic. It's been proven. I've heard them even talk about it, and they're lying to everyone saying this is all through fitness and diet. It's not. It is so not.
Even if somebody is doing it through fitness and diet, no one believes you. Like,
Yeah.
you might as well just stop screaming about it and just live your life and stop trying to convince everybody. No one believes you.
It does suck because someone even accused me on being Ozempic. I go, no, dog.
You're not.
I got the lettuce disease.
We've been trying to get you on the testosterone. You're not on nothing.
I'm on nothing right. I am stone cold sober Sally. There's nothing in me other than regular antibiotic dumb medicine.
Boring AF.
It's not dumb. It's actually keeping me alive.
We had a really cool thing that happened with our charity Little Smiles. You may not realize, but there is the world's largest content creator on YouTube. His name is Mr. Beast, and he does a lot of really awesome things and a lot of philanthropy. So not only does he have a ton of viewers, but he is taking what he is getting from that and doing some awesome things. And part of what he did was help some of our Little Smiles kids wind up meeting him and spend a little bit of time with him, and he's doing some really cool stuff. Here's a bit of the video that we shared on social media with Mr. Beast and the kids.
Because of this experience, I met famous people. Little Smiles gave our family the best trip ever.
Little Smile, thank you so much for this amazing experience. Take my son to Mr. Beast, and thank you, Mr. Beast. Show him a lot of love.
Little Smiles means the world. They live by their name, Little Smiles.
How cool is that, huh?
That is.
Amazing.
It's a big name right there.
Yeah, it was. Get Mr. Beast in there. So thank you very much to Mr. Beast. Appreciate him for helping out Little Smiles. That was a beautiful thing for you to do. Also got an email from Rita. She said, you might remember a couple years ago, I sent a video of my daughter Sophia, who you met, recent winner of Denny's Her Animal, at a Disturbed concert, and she was brought on stage and went viral with the band. I do remember that. Well, they just played a show at Hard Rock in Hollywood, and we decided to bring my son 8 to see them, as this was his very first concert ever. We waited in the general admission line for 7 hours, and we made barricade. My kids made signs. Sophia said little brother's first concert, and my son Mark had a sign that read family night out for mom's 40th. And since the band is familiar with my daughter, they noticed her almost immediately. At least the guitarist Dan did. And once again, my kids got recognized and were all invited on stage.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
You're kind of in the band.
Yeah.
Look there.
That's amazing.
Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, there they are on stage with Disturbed
Oh my gosh.
at Hard Rock. And then, so if you're there, you got to see the whole fam.
Wow.
That is great. Oh, and then they gave them the set list.
That is cool, man.
Would I know any Disturbed music? I kind of feel like, I embody Disturbed.
Yeah, you probably would, like Down with the Sickness.
How's that go? No, down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes pretty much exactly like that. Do you know that song, Virginia?
Might be a little hard for me. I mean, I like hard female rap, but I don't know if I love like death metal. Is that what we're talking about here? Disturbed?
How about a quiet number, maybe like the Vengeful One? That might be your speed.
and you're kind of disturbed. You might
definitely.
kind of.
I embody that word.
You might vibe with it. Sometimes if you go to a live event, especially if you don't like it, they can turn you from.
That's what happened to me at T-Pain. I didn't realize how much I loved T-Pain.
It's exactly what happened to me at Tom Petty. I mean, I knew a few of his songs, and then my buddy Frank took me to his concert, and I went out the next day and bought Tom Petty CDs.
I'm the biggest T-Pain fan now after seeing him live. You can get turned and turned at the same time.
You're the biggest T-Pain fan?
I love T-Pain now.
Name 5 T-Pain songs.
He sings on everything. Low, bartender, can I buy you a drink?
Look at that.
I'm going to take you home with me. I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you think about that? I'll be in the gray Cadillac. We in the bed like, oh, we in the bed like, oh.
She can't stop, won't stop. Oh, yeah.
I love T-Pain now.
I do love that song.
It's a great song.
Can I buy you a drink is awesome.
You don't realize it, and I posted this over the weekend. Back when he was nominated, T-Pain did a song with Kanye many years ago. T-Pain was in every single song nominated in that category that year for Best Collaborations for a Grammy.
You know Usher crushed his spirit.
He did.
He said that he made fun of T-Pain with all of the auto-tune. And I almost kind of alluding that it couldn't sing.
That bitch can sing.
Oh, he can sing. And
don't you even come for T-Pain.
He sang without auto-tune to show off, but you could tell when he talks about when Usher said that, you could tell it hurt him. You could see it in his eyes.
He's a real one. He's got feelings. He writes beautiful music, produces music. I am such a T-Pain ride or die now because I saw him live at Jazz Fest.
It just looked like he was really hurt by what Usher said because he probably looked up to Usher.
Yeah.
And getting a positive call out, Jeremy, for the plant bingo at the Moose Lodge. Said I went and it was amazing.
Yay.
Love to see you there. And you can see right there all the great plants that were donated. And again, for the great charity work that is going on out there. Maddie's Fight Foundation, which is kind of a side group from Little Smiles. They started as a Little Smiles family. Now they got their own thing going on. Over $3,000 was raised thanks to everybody coming out to the Moose Lodge on Saturday.
Huge.
People keep asking me because they didn't get to go and they want to know, is there going to be another one? Me included. I wasn't able to be there. Are you going to do another plant bingo?
People are asking for it, and I definitely want to do it. We got some ideas on how we can spice it up more. I just want to do it if we can do it better.
What's more stressful, plant bingo or crawfish festival?
Crawfish. Crawfish is canceled. I canceled it.
You're done.
I did.
Okay.
I'm like, no, you're not going to see 2027 crawfish. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll catch you in 2028.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, a 30-year-old Jupiter man got arrested after police say he broke into a neighbor's home right before sunrise, made himself a tequila drink with a freshly sliced lime, and then fled wearing a towel wrapped around his head. Now, the homeowner woke up at about 6:30 a.m. to hear her dogs barking, so she grabbed a firearm, went downstairs, and found the intruder identified as Jeffrey Bartimus walking toward the back door.
Bartimus.
He apologized, then jumped the backyard fence and ran off with a towel on his head.
A polite burglar.
That's crazy.
I'm really sorry. I just need a drink. I don't mean no harm. All right, see you later.
Now, investigators say Ring doorbell footage showed Bartimus trying to open the home's front door moments earlier while carrying a six-pack of beer.
Is that a problem?
They believe that he ultimately entered through an unlocked sliding glass door in the back. That's why you got to check every door every night.
You really do.
Yeah, then apparently he got into the Svedka vodka and the Milagro tequila.
Okay, the Milagro tequila is good. It's one of my favorites.
Yes. They apparently tracked his scent directly to his nearby home with the canines.
Oh, I thought you meant the humans tracked his scent.
Yeah, he's got a strong smell if humans do it. When they got to his house, they found the back door open. Bartimus told police he had been home all morning after eating breakfast and drinking a few beers. Because that's what everybody does, right? Get up, have a little breakfast and some beers.
I think it sounds lovely.
I don't know if you've ever seen some of those body cams where they have the attack dog ready to go and they got it on the leash and the cops are saying, if you don't come out or show yourselves, they will attack you. And these dogs are just looking.
Oh,
for
the dogs
human.
can't wait.
They cannot wait.
They would love to have a little leg lunch.
And once they get you, they ain't letting go.
No. They've been trained to not let go.
Apparently, Bartimus did not go willingly either. He put up a bit of a fight, too.
That might be the beer talking.
A 21-year-old Loxahatchee man was arrested after deputies say he caused about $2,000 in damage during a drunken outburst at the Regal Cinema in Royal Palm. Then he fled the scene and tried to hide on a nearby rooftop. They say he appeared heavily intoxicated, slurring his words and leaning on another customer for support. He then spilled his drink near the theater bar. When employees attempted to help him, he allegedly ran through the lobby, slipped into a wall, then entered an auditorium where he screamed in front of the movie screen while searching for his vape. People were trying to watch the film at the time, and he disrupted them.
Somebody got into some bad mushrooms.
Yeah, he's busy.
He then sprinted out the theater and allegedly crashed into a locked emergency exit, ripping the door from its hinges and causing an estimated $2,000 in damage.
I'm going to go on a limb. I think he is on drugs and also drunk.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. When they tried to arrest him, he tried to climb a tree, then scaled a chain link fence and hid on the roof at a nearby building.
The thing about hiding on a roof, you're just so visible, especially when they get the helicopter involved.
It feels like bath salts or meth with alcohol.
I don't know. It almost sounds like he's tripping. He took like 7 mushrooms and did some drinking.
Well, they took him to Palms West with extreme intoxication. He was charged with felony criminal mischief.
Poor Palms West. They're like, ugh, please bring him to St. Mary's.
Also, too, if you're in the movie theater and someone runs in and starts screaming, I'm hitting the deck, man. You don't know what they're going to do.
Thank you. If that starts happening in the movie theater, I am traumatized.
A 30-year-old Tamarack man was arrested after Broward Sheriff's deputies say he randomly attacked another gym goer with a dumbbell at a Planet Fitness.
Oh, no.
Leaving the victim with serious facial injuries.
What happened?
He later admitted the attack was completely unprovoked, telling deputies he didn't do anything. This, some dude, the suspect, Miguel Ramirez Rabadan, picked up a dumbbell and intentionally threw it at the victim without warning.
Why?
Striking the victim in the face.
Because he's like a nut?
Guess so.
Oh, my gosh. That you can't see that coming.
The victim admitted he had done nothing to provoke him, said, I don't know what's going on. I was just sitting there working out, and all of a sudden I got a dumbbell careening off my face.
But here's the real question. Did he get all of his reps in?
Wow, probably not after taking a dumbbell to the noggin.
Oh, my gosh. I would still be on the ground.
Sometimes the gym can be unhinged. It really can. I've seen some weird things happen at a gym.
Good Lord.
And this is kind of a crazy video that I just saw over the weekend, but there's this dude that was just convicted of murder. I don't know if you saw it, but the video shows him shoving a man to the ground on this boat dock. It knocks him unconscious, and then he just quickly takes him and drags him right into the marina. 52-year-old Kamal Pedlowski said, I think I just killed my best friend after carrying out the act. I don't know what was going on, but he and this Melvin Jimenez had met at a tiki bar near Bahia Beach Boulevard before Pedlowski invited Jimenez back to his boat where they kept drinking. Then an argument allegedly broke out between Pedlowski and Jimenez. Shortly before Pedlowski pushed him over, he fell back, hit his head on something solid, knocked himself out, and the guy without flinching just drug him right off of the dock into the water, and he drowned.
He threw him in the water?
Yeah, he just took him as soon as the guy fell over. He went limp. You could tell he's out cold because he went limp. The guy, instead of helping him, just takes his feet, drags him right off the dock and into the water.
Damn.
Yeah, they had the camera was just...
Of course, there's cameras on all these docks because boat thievery is such a prevalent thing.
Yep.
Damn.
A 67-year-old Florida man is facing 5 felony charges after a Tinder sugar baby arrangement turned violent. David O'Brien met 21-year-old Mariah Turback on the dating app, offering $1,000 per visit plus dining and shopping. After giving Turback $800 and taking her to his Villages retirement community home, she became uncomfortable and called friends to leave. He demanded his money back, and when Turback refused, he pursued her friend's vehicle in his Ford F-150, ramming it twice at a traffic circle until it became disabled.
Well, he wanted the transaction to be complete, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, probably.
He was looking for a different kind of, maybe a happier ending. And she was like, ew, no, you're like almost 70.
He then allegedly pointed a 22 semi-automatic Ruger at a 22-year-old male passenger, threatening to kill him.
Dang.
He said he felt scammed, but it doesn't matter. He's being held on serious bond for aggravated battery.
She was like, I'm going to be just hanging out with you, and that's how I get my 1,000. And he was like, we're going to be hooking up, and that's how you get your 1,000. And that wasn't communicated properly.
Right. Did you see the two guys that parachuted off the Space Needle on Friday?
No.
Yes.
Wild. They had bought tickets, entered the attraction, then emerged from a restroom wearing helmets, and then climbed over a glass barrier and then just jumped right off. And here's people watching.
They burst through the door, and at first I was like, what the heck? So they kind of like shoved past me and Emerson. So I was like, well, what the heck is going on? Like, why are you pushing past me and my kid? They were running towards the glass, and they jumped up. And that's when Jacob was like, they're climbing up. And I'm like, oh my God, go watch, Emerson, go.
And there they went. They described them as two white men in their late 20s.
It's always two white guys.
Yeah, they're both facing trespassing charges, but it doesn't sound like they've caught him yet. They got away.
Dang, I wonder where they landed.
Just right down below.
Really?
Yeah, that's where it went.
And they just quickly retrieved their parachutes and just took off running into the day?
Yeah.
That's crazy that nobody saw where they went.
And away they went.
Wow.
That was all it was. Well, this is kind of a lesson here. A Canadian politician was reading a speech, and he probably didn't realize that if you're going to have AI write it for you, you got to check to make sure that you edited out the prompts, which he did not do. And tell me if you can hear where the prompt is in this speech.
One of the dangers associated with creating advocacy offices is that citizens often develop expectations that exceed the powers actually granted to those offices. Here's a more natural flowing version of that section that reads like a legislative speech rather than a series of short points.
It's giving the directions of the AI. Man, stop AIing important stuff, no? Good gosh.
He was so lazy he didn't even proofread it.
It's so obvious, too. Like, come on, just talk in regular speak. If you're not a guy that uses these kind of flowery words normally, you shouldn't be up there trying to use them.
I mean, I'm okay if you write it yourself and then throw it through AI to say, is this grammatically correct or the word spelled? But when you have it right, everything on your...
Just know they put in prompts there, so you might want to edit those out next time.
I mean, that is basic lazy.
That is. You didn't even proofread it.
Bruh.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Back in high school, I was all into the hair bands. I love me some Van Halen. In fact, that was my first concert. So it was kind of sad for me to see what was going on with David Lee Roth over the weekend and the tail end of last week. He was doing a concert in New Jersey, and he was up on stage just working his way through it, I guess. He had a drink in his hand, his toes in the sand. No, that's actually lyrics to a song. He did have a drink in his hand. It looked like he was knocking down a little bit of whiskey.
A little bit of whiskey?
Yeah, he was knocking down a good bit of whiskey.
All right, let's not judge.
This looked like it was at least a third of the bottle in a glass.
Some people are thirsty.
Stiff drink. It was at least maybe a triple to a quadruple.
That was not a double.
Yes, it was a lot of whiskey in one little glass. And, you know, he was up there and he was kind of singing to the songs, but almost looked like if you were just hanging out at a bar with a very large drink and the song was on, you kind of liked it. And you know, you'd sing like a few of the words, but you're not going all in. That's how he was doing it. But I think he forgot he actually is putting on a concert. Like, you're the lead singer right now in this band.
You can be too chill.
Yes.
Well, he also does this thing where he sticks out his tongue. I call it the snake, where you kind of like, you know, with your tongue.
Right.
He does that to the audience, and he says something to this woman, but I can't quite make out exactly what he's saying, but I know it's a bit vulgar.
Yeah, it's just stuff that when you're in your 20s, maybe even in your 30s, and it was the late 70s to early 80s, it really worked. But now, as a 71-year-old, I just don't know that it plays the same way.
I think he's talking about like licking her toe or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a little snippet of David Lee Roth.
That's not my toe, David.
At that performance, it was going down.
It's an anagram for the devil. Lift your chin up high stuff. I'll lick your toes. Say hello to my little friend, baby. Right? Here I come. Well, I'm a seaside chick just smoking anything in a ringside. Whoa, top of the world. Top of the world.
It's his band.
I got drink in my hand, I got my toes in the sand. All I need is a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl.
So there were a lot of people had some comments, I think, with the amount of alcohol, with the comments he was making that were kind of crude to the ladies in the stands, and also the fact is backup singers probably do more singing now than he does.
I will say this, the old Diamond Dan, or Dave, I should say.
Who's Diamond Dan?
I meant to say Diamond Dave.
How insulting.
How much whiskey have I had? He looked like he was at least on stage having fun.
That's important.
Yes, he did look like he was having a very good time. But I'm not sure the crowd is, because the ticket sales apparently are not great. And now David Lee Roth has canceled nearly all dates of his North American tour.
Oh,
it was so empty. You could hear one guy in the background go, "How about some wild turkey?"
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can when you can hear people talking to you in a normal voice from the crowd.
And you can hear every word and every syllable they say.
Is he coming to Florida at all? Because I feel like I need to support this.
I would like to do an interview with him.
I would too.
Oh, he loves to talk.
He
still
does.
Yeah.
He's fun backstage. I met him backstage before. He is squirrely and fun.
Just be prepared for him to
right
all over you.
You got to match that energy, bro.
You do.
Well, they're checking some of the seat maps from his other shows, and there was like maybe 3 dots, meaning 3 sold tickets. So June and July didn't look good. So he's canceled pretty much everything.
Damn.
Until he goes to Sturgis, the motorcycle rally in South Dakota, on August 7th. But Sammy Hagar, who I saw heading Van Halen when I first saw them, has asked David Lee Roth to join his Las Vegas residency at the Dolby Live coming up this September. And he said, hey, why not? And here's Sammy Hagar inviting David Lee Roth to join the other dudes from Van Halen.
About your tour getting canceled, and I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I hope you're well. Mike and I love the fact that you've been out there doing it, supporting what we did in this band to keep this music alive. When you're ready to carry on, Mike and I support you. Come to Vegas for the residency in September. Come on, join us. Sing a couple songs, MC the damn show. Come out and just do what you do, which is pretty damn entertaining. Anyway, hope you're well. I really do. God bless, brother.
I have heard Sammy Hagar on more than one occasion be very cool talking about Diamond Dave.
Yes.
Sammy Hagar seems like he's a cool dude and is at least matured enough to go, yo, we're old men.
Right.
Chill out. Let's play some music. Let's make a little money and have a little fun. I've seen him on many occasions talk about that. Now, it could be an act, but he comes off likable.
He does.
And I think it would work. I don't think David Lee Roth can carry a concert by himself any longer, but with Sammy and Michael Anthony was in Van Halen with him. He's the bass player, and he was the guy that did all the high parts of all the songs.
Gotcha.
Which, is kind of important. So, yeah, I think it could work. It'd be nice to see if they did that. But there were also some other hair band frontmen that were not having a great weekend. People were commenting on Vince Neil, the fact that he looks like a tick up on stage. And he doesn't even sing the songs anymore because they just play studio versions of his vocals because he can't sing live any longer. But they're like, at least can you lip sync well? And so the video, you're going to hear the audio back. He sounds really good. Well, this is just the studio track. But his lips aren't even coming close to matching up to the lyrics. It looks like he's singing a whole separate song.
There's points where he is singing, he's lip syncing, and the words are still going, and the microphone's down.
Oh, no.
He just doesn't even lip sync well. But I mean, you listen to it, it doesn't sound bad.
No,
That is not him, yeah.
he was at a point where people could understand his lyrics, and when you would put it through, like the auto filter or for captions, just nonsense words would come up, not the real lyrics when you would sing live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, God, what's going on, girls?
Right.
Like, what did he just say?
Gabbity gibbity.
Yeah, and if you knew Motley Crue back in the day, he was able to sing. In fact, this is a clip from them. This is right as they were ascending and about to hit. This is right when they did the Shout at the Devil, which is kind of the one that put them on the map. So
This is live?
This was live, and it looks like they're playing a state fair.
Okay.
So it's a small stage, but this is Vince Neil actually singing when he was young and thin and in shape.
Coming out that reminds of you. Well, tell me, baby, tell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer.
I mean, I'd say he's ever the best pipes ever, but if he could sing even half of what this is, what he used to be able to do, and I think that's why a lot of Motley Crue fans are like, dude, just give it up, man. If you don't care enough to try to get your body in shape.
Wow, so I didn't like him even back then.
Yeah. That's what he sounded like when he could actually sing. And then the other one that people were making fun of was Axl Rose. And they're just like, now it looks like your old aunt screaming at you. He was trying to do the dance moves and he can't do the sway kind of like he used to.
I saw
it was kind of rough.
the sway.
Yeah.
No.
But here's what he sounded like these days. It's not like it was in 1986, but, it's not too bad.
Tell you, Slash sounds great.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Slash sounds great.
He does sound great. They're keeping it together better than Vince Neil.
Well, vocals are what declines first. I mean, you can still play instruments Billy Joel plays the piano just as good as he ever did.
I know. I stood 3 feet from him and watched him play recently.
It's hard to keep vocals, man, especially the older you get. And if you do any kind of anything fun, extracurricular, smoking, drinking, anything, that's why Celine won't talk.
The fun stuff.
The stuff that makes you rock and roll.
Yeah, Celine Dion does that thing where she does vocal rest. At least she used to.
Yeah.
Before the stiff person's disease, she would literally not talk for weeks.
Well, when you're a
before she
singer,
had a show.
when you're a singer, you just really got to take care of your voice.
And she did.
Yeah.
Or, when you're a singer with just an immense amount of talent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I asked if you could retire one singer, Vince Neil, David Lee Roth, or Axl Rose. Vince Neil's running away with it. 63% of the vote so far. David Lee Roth second. And people like Axl's okay.
That didn't sound as bad. Yeah, that really didn't.
No. Of the three, he's doing great.
You're right. And that was live, too.
Yeah.
That was a live performance.
Yeah, he does look like your old aunt yelling at you now, but, just get used to it. He's an older dude. What you got on your mind today, Bird?
So I saw this story, and you never know what's real or not. There was this woman, she was having complications due to a large mass in her stomach. Ooh. So the doctors gave her Diet Coke. They prescribed her Diet Coke, and it worked. Diet Coke cured her of this stomach mass, and now she's doing better. And I'm like, really?
In the hospital, they said Diet Coke?
That's what look, if the medical community wants to call in and tell me that I'm wrong, I'm used to it, so please do so. But I was looking up the most common practical uses for soda besides drinking it. So this should tell you how terrible soda is for you. It says it can remove battery terminal corrosion, which I've seen happen. I remember my car would not start. And my little sister, Becky, goes, get me a Mountain Dew. I go, for what? Are you thirsty? She goes, no, I'm going to put it on your battery and your car's going to start. I did not believe that. I'm like, okay, whatever. She poured Mountain Dew all over my car. That thing ran for another 4 months.
Wow.
Mountain Dew cured my car.
The cure-all, huh?
It did. It's great for cleaning toilet stains.
Huh.
Soda is great for that. Yeah. It also removes rust from small metal objects.
Okay.
Great. I can attest to this. My high school coach, Coach Joe Russo, his father would always tenderize the chicken with soda, with Mountain Dew, and it gave it a great taste, like a sweet, salty kind of a marinade, if you will.
Didn't you come in here and give us cake made with 7-Up?
I made you guys me and Honeyface made a 7-Up cake, and it was next level.
It was
good.
Moist.
It degreases pots and pans, loosen rusty nuts and bolts, clean chrome, lift grease stains from clothing, trap wasps and yellow jackets, and then it removes sticky residue.
Wow.
So if you don't want to put it in your body, use it for something to clean something with.
Yeah, it sounds like unless you need to dissolve a tumor, that maybe you shouldn't be drinking it. But
yeah, I mean, I've seen what soda does to a car. That's what I've been putting in my body.
Right. That's wild. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, we had a fabulous day at Plant Bingo on Saturday, and I just want to thank everybody. So many people came together to make it happen. I couldn't have done it without like Joe, Tina, Cesar, Parrish, Stacy, Paul, Lynn, Chip and Carrie from Little Smiles, Shannon, the whole entire Jupiter High School Horticulture Club. They grew all the plants, and then the Moose Lodge bought the plants from them, and then the people were able to win them all. So thank you guys so much. Brandy, Tony and Jean from the Moose, the whole entire Moose Lodge, everybody that came out to support. And last but not least, your bingo caller and DJ, Rocco Sinicki.
Oh, yeah, he was on it.
That kid's getting real comfortable with a microphone.
He will. If you're not doing it right, he will tell you on the mic. Like, damn, a kid just read me on a mic?
He seems to really be comfortable on a stage. Do you think that's because he's grown up with seeing you and always being involved in bits and stuff? It's just kind of his way of life.
Yeah, and he likes it. You know, he's into technology.
Yeah.
So, you know, being a DJ and running the show, he's a one-man band.
Right.
He's punching music and buttons, and that's his thing.
A lot of it's personality. I think either you're born an introvert or an extrovert. I've got twins. One of them is an extrovert. The other one is terrified of a microphone. So they came with the same upbringing.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they were in the same womb.
Same womb, yeah.
I am the only person in my family that likes to be in front of a microphone. Everyone else is going, dude, I do not want that kind of heat.
I think it is a nature versus nurture thing, and I think you're just born with it.
I agree.
Born for the stage. Well, I got to tell you, this dude has got a hot hand when it comes to music, coming off of playing the World Cup, where they had him doing the halftime. People said, well, if he can do the World Cup and you got 1.5 billion people watching that, then that's nothing compared to doing a Super Bowl. So why can't he do that? If he can do 1.5 billion, he can do the 100 million people you got watching a Super Bowl. They think Justin Bieber is the natural heir to do this coming Super Bowl halftime show.
Well, he's got enough songs.
He does. He's got kind of a hot hand, and I think he would probably be the best choice of anybody I could think of right now.
I mean, the way I would do it, and no one cares how I would do it, I think it's awesome to have multiple acts come out.
Yeah.
I just think that's it. Because if you don't like Justin Bieber, all you're going to hear is, oh, Justin Bieber's doing a halftime show?
Yep.
Why don't they get Bruce Springsteen?
Right.
Do
I agree
all the
with you.
collabs.
Yeah.
It's I think I just think it's more of a better time for people.
Yeah. In fact, 59% of our audience is saying Justin Bieber should not be playing the next Super Bowl halftime show.
There you
Case
go.
in point. 42% say yes, but I think he crosses off every single box you have for having a solo artist performing, only one person doing the halftime show.
He's current, he's got a ton of hits, and he's got popularity.
Yeah, and he can handle the stage. So I think it'd be a good pick. I think that will probably heat up. We'll see what happens.
He can handle the stage until he starts yelling at his fans.
Right.
Don't sing along. You make me lose my place in the song. Dude, you need to reel it in.
Pauly Market Bet has him number one right now. 65% chance is what they put at Justin Bieber being the performer.
Does Jay-Z get down with him? Does he like him?
I'm not sure what that relationship is like. I don't know.
Because he's the one that makes the decision, we've heard.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Is he the end-all, be-all?
That's what Roger Goodell said.
He has been. I don't know what that power structure is like or if they give him full autonomy on the answer. making the decision.
I think if you don't kiss the ring, you don't play the stage.
If you don't kiss the ring, you don't get to sing.
Oh.
That's right.
Bow down to Jay-Z.
Okay, got a fun little game here. It's called the No Name Movie Plot Game, where we're going to see if Virginia and Jbird can come up with what these movies are based on the plot. Now, I got a 20-second clock going on here. We'll see how many they can get through in that time.
I know it's your birthday, and I feel really bad about this, but I have to destroy you.
You should, because you're way more movie knowledge guy than me.
Yet I suck at all these movie games.
Well, Virginia, we'll let you go first to see how well you do on your birthday. 20 seconds on the clock. Keep in mind you can pass if you need to. Your time begins now. A ghost hunting team realizes New York has bigger...
Ghostbusters.
Yep. A group of misfit kids go treasure hunting
Goonies.
to save... A cop has one day to stop a speeding bus from exploding.
Oh, that's Speed.
A robot from the future arrives to ruin a woman's life.
Total Recall? Oh, pass.
A magician rival... Okay.
Whoa, birthday girl came to play.
Got 3 solid ones in there. The robot that comes from the future to ruin a woman's life is
Terminator.
Oh, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
What was her name in the movie?
Sarah
Connor.
Connor.
Okay, Sarah Connor. Okay, Jbird, you got 3 here. 3 that you got to do. Okay.
Make is hard. Come on, it's my birthday.
I know, she got Goonies. Oh, that was a tough one.
Give him like really hard like documentaries, like smart movies. Stuff he's never seen.
Whatever. I watch some smart stuff. You'd be shocked.
It's just not soaking in.
Okay, Bird, you ready to go?
Stay focused, Bird. Stay focused.
Okay, got to beat Virginia's 3 that she did in just 20 seconds. All right, here we go, Jbird. Your 20 seconds begins. A teenager volunteers for a deadly reality show and becomes a symbol of rebellion.
Pass.
A man creates a chocolate factory that definitely
Hunger Games. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
A divorced clownfish dad learns to loosen up after a stressful road trip.
The Vacation. Pass.
A group of astronauts risk...
Space Camp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gave you the Hunger Games, which you went back and got. You got the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The divorced clownfish dad, that is Finding Nemo.
Oh, man, I ain't got no kids.
But you've been out there trying.
Yeah. Okay, you got 2. Virginia got 3. Birthday girl gets the dub.
Happy birthday. I took a dive for you.
Nobody on this show would ever take a dive.
Yeah, we're very competitive.
Very.
Yeah. Some of these I have heard, but the other ones I have not. And I always find it fascinating to think of what a classic movie would have been like if the person that was famous for that role didn't play it.
That's what happened with Back to the Future. They filmed a good part of Back to the Future with an actor named Eric Stoltz, and they did not like him as playing Marty McFly.
Yeah.
And they had to they called in all the actors that already filmed, and some of them, Biff thought he was getting fired.
Oh.
And they go,
never.
They go, no, we're just going to have to reshoot a lot of stuff, and we're bringing in this guy named Michael J. Fox. Ever hear of him? But Stoltz was playing it a little too serious and dramatic.
Okay.
And they wanted a little bit more of a whimsical young kid who's
quirky,
kind of
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Adventurous.
I can't see anybody else but Michael J. Fox.
No, and I think Michael J. Fox was just a TV actor at the time, right? In fact, I think Stoltz probably was the bigger name because he had come off a couple movies.
He was,
right?
Michael J. Fox was making a lot of noise because he was dominating Family Ties.
Right.
And
but he didn't have any movie experience at the time.
Not too. He did a few, but nothing to write home about.
Right. Not enough to give you confidence to give him that role, but it obviously worked out in the end.
It worked out perfectly.
Yeah. And you go down through the list, and a lot of famous characters were not supposed to be who they were. In fact, a couple for Harrison Ford, his career could have been a lot different if the 2 arguably biggest roles that really launched his career didn't go his way. He almost wasn't Han Solo.
Was it Tom Selleck they almost went with?
That's another movie. That's another character. That's the other one. But for Han Solo, it was Al Pacino. who was offered the role of Han Solo in Star Wars, and he declined it.
Never would have worked.
He didn't understand the script. He's like, what? He's like, nah.
I'm with Pacino.
Yeah, Pacino's like, nah, I'm out.
What is this?
All the actors, like your Carrie Fisher and Mark Harmon, they all say none of them understood the script. They used to yell at George Lucas and go, George, people don't talk this way. How do you even say this word?
And then Harrison Ford got lucky because you're right, Tom Selleck was originally proposed Indiana Jones, and he turned on that one too and said, no, I'm good. He's like, I got the Magnum PI thing and I can't get out of my contract, so it went to Harrison Ford.
Wow.
I mean, Magnum's legendary, but it ain't no Han Solo, or it ain't no Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's just amazing. But think of how his career could have been so different if he hadn't gotten those two roles.
I think Tom Selleck would have been a great Indiana Jones.
It would have worked. It would have worked.
Harrison Ford is a extremely talented actor, though.
He is, because he can balance anything from drama to comedy to action, and he does it effortlessly, and he can tie all three into one.
That new show he's on, he is
Shrinking.
He's outstanding. He plays a grumpy therapist, but he also brings wisdom with his grumpiness. It's really good.
Yeah. And can you imagine if Tom Hanks wasn't Forrest Gump?
No.
He was not offered the role at first. It went to John Travolta.
What?
Yes.
It's weird. I'm like a box of chocolates. It's weird.
That movie, I don't think would have even been close to what it was if John Travolta would have been. And no knock on John Travolta. It's just how much Tom Hanks nailed that role. And look, it wasn't even directed to him how to act. Tom Hanks picked that up by the kid they got to play young Forrest, who was actually from Mississippi, and he talked like this. And so all he was doing was an impression of the kid that was young Forrest. And so when young Forrest is on there talking, that's how he really talks.
Wow.
It wasn't like he was doing an impression of Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was doing the impression of him.
That's crazy.
I think they filmed about 3 days of Forrest Gump, and the guy brought Tom Hanks in and said, we're reshooting everything because I don't think you have Forrest Gump down yet. And Tom Hanks says he was right. He said he was doing too much with the character, and he had to dial it back way down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Gump became Gump. Yep. But they had
Gump's a simple man.
They had to reshoot a bunch of Gump in the beginning.
Yeah. Some of the other ones that maybe you have heard that originally Keanu Reeves was not going to be Neo in The Matrix. That was going to go to Will Smith, but he turned it down. And then another one I did not know, Bill Murray, ultimately was not going to be the guy in Groundhog Day.
Who would have been instead?
Michael Keaton.
It would have been good.
It would have been great.
Michael Keaton, I think he can hold his own when it comes to comedy.
I love Michael Keaton.
In fact, it could have been just as good.
Just as good.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I love that movie.
I do too. But
Michael Keaton would have made it
that's the one.
Sexier,
that's the one I'd actually like to see, just to be like, which one would I enjoy better, Bill Murray in that role or Michael Keaton?
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton.
It's so good.
Long time ago.
It's an older movie, but it is really good.
He did a movie called Gung Ho. He was in the groove there for a while. Then Beetlejuice. He's done some great ones. He's got some classics.
Is he the one from Multiplicity?
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie.
He also plays a very dark character in a movie called Pacific Heights, where he is evil. He was great in that movie.
He had a run about 10 years where he's in some blockbusters.
What's he doing now? I would totally still like to watch him.
He's still in it. He's still in the mix.
He's popping up in a lot of big movies. Yeah, he's still out there doing the thing.
I would consider him an A-lister still.
Yeah.
He kind of went away for a minute, but they brought him back up.
Okay.
And then people realize this guy's actually really good. Well, this is somebody that is a big sports star here in South Florida, and we've got many, everything from baseball players to football players and everything in between. It's probably a name that you might get to learn pretty quick. Now, he was just in the World Cup on the men's national team. 21-year-old Christian Pulisic is somebody that lives in Jupiter. In fact, he bought a home there back in 2020 for $1.8 million. That home is now worth $5 million. Now, he took a little bit of heat because he failed to score in the World Cup, and he missed one of the Americans' 5 matches because of a calf injury, and he left 2 other games early, so he didn't quite perform the way that they were hoping. But apparently he's out and about in society in Virginia. Your husband actually saw him out in an odd location.
Yeah, so normally my husband goes to see Tricks to get his hair cut, but he was in a hurry. He went to a different guy, a new place, and that soccer star was in there getting a haircut at the same day.
How did he know it was him? Because I don't know that he would jump out to a lot of people unless you really know soccer. You'd be like, who is this guy?
He didn't, but his Hispanic barber did.
Oh,
and he's like,
that's
"Do
funny.
you know what that is?"
Okay.
I feel like your husband always runs into random celebrities. Kind of like you.
I know.
Are you putting trackers on their cars?
Yeah, the guy's young. I think he's only like 21, 22. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now he's a local Jupiter guy.
Yeah, right, exactly. So got a home there. So I guess welcome to the community. It's good to have him.
Love that.
So there you go.
I wouldn't know if he broke into my house.
Me neither. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's just it. I think you got to have one of them World Cups and that kind of stuff to be a big name, brand person here. And I'm not sure that he plays in the U.S.
Gotcha.
So even though he's on the men's team. All righty. Well, we got more KVJ on the way. It is the After the Show, and you can watch it live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, or get it on demand anytime you want on YouTube and Spotify. Before we get there, though, Bird, if you would, time to wrap us up with your thought for the day.
Birthdays aren't just about getting older. They're proof that life keeps giving you another chance to become the person you've always hoped to be.
Little long.
Which, okay, I wasn't done. Paragraph 2.
More, yeah.
You're the best. Your dirt of the day is better than the rest.
Thank you so much to Sicilian Oven.
Yes, that's awesome. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Virginia's birthday. Yeah.
A lot of food.
That's right. And Virginia's birthday.
Yay.
Happy birthday, old girl.
Thank you.
That's right. She's old like me now.
I don't want to count this one. I'm just going to keep at 52 and hold.
Okay, I know you and a lot of people are
53
trying.
can suck it.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.